inside, tenant finish. They did their water heater and they did their, it depends on the building, but they did, I had one where they did their own heat, their own water. Their, you know, I mean, everything was stubbed in.
Everything I've ever rented had the water heater, but the, no, actually everything. Every one of my computer stores had their own HVAC.
No, they had everything. I know, Mark, but there are some where they literally rent the space and then they have to take, they do tenant finish. And part of it is what kind of water heater, what size. They have a mechanical room and everything. But most buildings, like Mark said, it's all in the building.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm talking
strip mall, and then there's one space. And there's one space.
Well, a strip mall.
It depends on his lease.
Everything I had was strip mall.
It all comes down to a lease.
Generally, that in a strip, like I was always next to King Supers.
Yeah.
All those spaces always had our own
Dan said
they had their own shit, right?
I had my own
strip mall. Now, that might be different. That is rare to have a triple net lease on a strip mall.
Why? But why is it weird?
The triple net leases are like the malls.
A triple net, you know what that means?
Yeah, you pay. You got to pay. You pay everything, right? Yeah.
Right.
But even the finish on malls,
you pay.
I ran
taxes,
into the shoe store.
Rent,
they rented a shoe store. They hooked everything up. They didn't have any hot water, and they said, "No, you got to put your own water heater."
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm saying I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Well, Dan has somebody that has this problem.
Okay.
She's a masseuse.
But it may or may not be. It depends on how the release is written. It's all a matter of agreement.
Yeah. I just hope there's a happy ending involved.
Well, it's a masseuse, so there could be a happy ending.
She can hardly speak English, so
then
I didn't talk to her.
Then there's been lots of happy endings.
We're up, guys.
Anyway, Dan, what I was getting at, you'll have to get a copy of that lease to everyone.
I don't get a copy.
Brent is on, and I have his info on there to start the show. We'll kill him quick.
Look at this. Boeing held
Did you sign in?
With Brazilian aircraft maker.
Sign in? Do I need
to? Were you able to answer the question?
I've got us locked out.
Because there's a big
so I
thing
was going to have to deal with that after the show, maybe before you leave.
What are you locked out of?
Just the online Vectra, like logging in.
You couldn't ask for another security
question. Extra aircraft.
I couldn't ask for another security question, and I'm not on to reset it, but I did figure out who I said it was. They called and reached out. They had fraud on their account.
You do?
Oh, God, I can't believe I pulled a Martino.
You work on resetting.
If she can have access to your email.
I even had a damn lid on it.
We can deal with it in a little bit. I'm not like,
so what do I do then? Well, I can do it during the show.
Probably through email.
Now I know exactly how he feels.
That says reset. You've been locked out, reset.
You just got to look 40 more times.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. I could try it.
I never heard of that because I never heard of that question.
Nice one, Mark.
Yeah, I pulled a Martino.
Good job.
Oh, very nice.
She's not very helpful.
God. That's what we call it everywhere. Even when we're at dinner, people look at me funny. The kids spill something, I say, "Damn it, you pulled a Martino." God, this sucks.
Especially with coffee.
It's so much coffee, too. I mean, that was a full 20 ounces of fucking coffee.
Hey, today's the winter solstice.
It trashed every one of these freaking towels too, man. Everyone's wet. Look at that. Look.
They'll dry.
Look.
They'll dry.
All of them?
Every fucking one of them. Can you believe it?
They were there for a reason.
God. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've never done that before. I'm not so sure Tom's elbow didn't hit it.
I see him flinch. No.
Oh my God! I went so far back.
That was a good interview yesterday, Tom. I looked at his thing yesterday.
That guy was great.
This company did put a little, but your interview was much more in depth than his thing on YouTube.
I hate wasting all these towels, man.
He's gonna get a blow.
They sacrificed themselves for a cup of coffee.
Oh, that guy is a good guy.
He's a good guy. Especially, like he said, he's not ashamed to say he found God.
We had one guy on Facebook who put, why are you...
this drug dealing thug.
That was right.
Mark, I could have Mother Teresa on and we'd get something negative.
Honest to God.
I'll bet you don't get Mother Teresa on.
Dog the Bounty Hunter has a real similar
To
story.
say the least. You'd get a big audience.
Well, he found God in jail.
Tomorrow, Mother Teresa.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your consumer advocate. The Troubleshooter. That's the name we got years ago and kept it. Troubleshooter Network here. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on KHOW Radio 10 to 1. Also, you can download us and you can hear us live on the iHeart Radio app across the country. We love doing what we're doing. This is kind of a laid-back week, but we're still getting problems solved, questions, answers, recovering money for people, and we also have been doing that for nearly 40 years here in Denver. So, if you have a problem, question, or complaint, call us 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. This hour brought to you by Ideal Home Loans. Now, what do you do with credit card debt? I think it would be silly to refi a home to buy a washing machine or a dryer, or to do credit if you do it the wrong way, to do credit cards. But the people at Ideal Home Loans have worked out a system where you can get rid of debt and use the low rates right now available, use the equity in your home to get rid of debt, but they have another way, though, to get you out of debt quicker, and you're not refinancing consumer debt for 30 years. Can you explain that, Brent?
Well, yeah, Tom, you know, it's really simple. What we end up seeing, the first thing with credit card debt, is everyone knows, it's what's keeping everyone up at night is they're making payments, and they're going nowhere because of the way the interest is calculated.
Oh, it's
compounded daily. Mortgage is a simple interest calculation monthly, but here's what ultimately happens. We, time and time again, are saving people well over $1,000 a month by consolidating their credit card debt, and you're exactly right. We would not advocate stretching your debt out over 30 years. What we show you how to do is take a portion, and it's typically half of what you're saving, apply it towards your home loan. What ends up happening is you end up accelerating the payoff of your home loan, and oftentimes pay your house off more quickly than you were already scheduled to do. You're putting money back in your savings account every month so you don't get trapped back into the credit card shuffle, and you're getting rid of your credit card debt. So you can literally win on all three fronts if it's put together the right way and if you use it responsibly.
And that's what you can help them do. Now, you can refi to get rid of debt, or just refi just to get the lower rates, and you don't always have to go back to 30 years. You can pick whatever term you want with their custom term loan, Ideal Home Loans, for your next ideal home loan. 303-867-7000. 867-7000 or idealhomeloans.com. Mark, what's going on with you, Mark? Welcome to the show. Mark? Mark. Okay. He's not there. Suzanne, you said this guy was first up. He's not there. So, what's worked that out? And I'll take another Mark. Hey, you, Mark, with Google, what happened?
Hi, my name is Paul.
Oh, Paul, sorry. What's going on, Paul?
I own a carpet cleaning company here in Colorado Springs.
Yes.
And over the past 8 years, our customers have posted over 150 reviews on Google. In October of this year, they removed 117 of them in one day.
Why?
They won't give me a logical explanation for their actions.
What's their illogical explanation?
Well, yeah, do they give you any explanation at all? That's a good question,
yes.
Mark.
I was corresponding through emails, and what they said was, after a careful revision, it appears that we have removed some of your reviews, and basically what they say is, to protect business owners and customers, we have systems in place that may remove individual reviews that include any of the following: inappropriate content, advertising, spam, conflict of interest, off-topic reviews. All of our reviews are bona fide, written by legitimate customers. There's nothing inappropriate or fraudulent going on here.
Well, you know, here's the thing about this is what it's all about. They do what they want. They're Google. I'm really serious, and it's impossible to fight, because first and foremost, you need to know something. It's their system. You can't tell them how to run their system. It's not the same. It's not like a government thing or a public thing. It's a forum that they have created, and they can administer it any way they want. Paul, interestingly, listen, even if, I'm not saying they are, but even if they want to be unfair, they're allowed to do it. Unless they break the law, they can do anything they want. It sounds weird, but if you really think about it, it's a forum. They invented the forum. Now, they have reviews. If they don't like the review, they can take it down for any reason. Now, they can state their rules, but those rules are not laws. Even if they break their own rules, you really can't do anything about it. I know that sounds strange, but you can't. The only time I think you'd be able to do something is if you thought that Google, for one reason or another, was malicious in their actions against you for some reason. And that would be, you know, incredibly difficult to prove. But I'm suspecting the reason they did it is not out of maliciousness. I'm suspecting that they think your reviews were phonied up, or they investigated the IPs. I don't know. What do you think? What do you really think, Paul? What do you think the reason is?
I don't know, but I do think that they're in violation of the Colorado Unfair Trade Practice Act.
No, I don't think so, because you're not paying them. You don't have a contractual relationship with them. So you tell me the part you feel they're violating. I'm not giving you legal advice like saying not to sue for that, but I don't think so. I want you to tell me, and I'll play devil's advocate here, tell me, read the part of that law, the fair trade law, that you believe they're violating.
Well, I don't have the law in front of me, and I guess I'm going to have to look.
Okay, no, that's okay if you don't have it. And I'm not trying to give you a hard time. Paul, listen. Google does so many things wrong. I mean, they still have me listed being married to somebody that I'm not married to. They have certain things wrong that they don't correct, no matter how much you tell them. But I can't do anything about it. I mean, see, it's their forum. The Internet's not their forum, but the Google review system is. You know, Yelp can do the same thing. If I invent a review system, I can choose which reviews to publish and which ones not to. There's no law that says I have to treat everyone equally.
And
There's no law.
Why would there be is even more perplexing to me. What Google is a for-profit business. They actually, if you search something, the people that pay them the most come up first. They can do whatever they want with their reviews.
Right.
We can do whatever we want with referral list reviews.
Right.
Who's to say we can't?
I know. That's what I'm trying to get across. I'm not saying it's right, Paul, but Paul, but I'm just saying there's nothing we can do about it. But if you think there's, well, okay, tell me, Mark, tell me, what would you do? First of all, Paul, what damages do you have?
Well, I know that it has hurt the business.
Okay.
We've been around for over 30 years.
You would have to literally quantify the amount of money that you've lost as a direct result of 117 reviews being removed. Then you would have, now even if you show, now let's say you quantify a dollar amount. Now you have to show that Google took them down for malicious reasons, because what your law is you're looking for is not the Fair Trade Act, because you don't trade with them. They are not your company. You don't have a contractual relationship with them where they say you advertise and we promise to do this or whatever. What you're thinking about is tortious interference or restraint of trade, where they try to interfere with your business. Okay, if they were doing that maliciously. But Paul, you know damn well it didn't happen. So here's what I want to do. I want to get on Sean Hakes from Altitude SEO. He does work for us. Suzanne, let's get on Sean and try to ask Sean for his insights.
Well, I'm going to go right to this. Just look at Google's terms of service, which I just did. And under their terms of service, they basically will not be responsible for anything.
Anything.
That's it.
So, Paul, you have a losing battle here. I would try to seek a reason. They never really talked to you, did they?
Yes, there were some phone conversations.
Okay, did they say they thought those reviews were fake?
No, they never said that over the phone, no.
Okay, so I think, were they from the same IP? Did you enter them for the customer?
No, these are all legitimate reviews written over 8 years by different companies,
Okay.
different customers.
What kind of work are you in?
Carpet cleaning.
Oh, you said that. Okay, listen, Paul, hold on. We're going to try to get some expert opinion here. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I'll let you know whenever a line's open. In the studio today, Gigi Wink from Wink & Wink, bankruptcy attorneys. And, you know, no one likes it. Listen, bankruptcy is not something that you really want. No one wants it, right? This time of year, a lot of people get into trouble. We'll talk about avoiding trouble and some of the problems you'll have if you try to run up your credit cards thinking, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to call Gigi at the in January. Now, sometimes we have no idea what's going to happen in the future. We have death or unemployment or something like that. We have a divorce. But if you plan a bankruptcy, you will get in trouble. You can't do that. Now, you can plan for restructuring your life and eventually filing, but that doesn't mean building up debt. We'll talk about that and more. Their number, Wink & Wink, when they're not here, is 303-410-1720.
You know, I'm looking at what your old guy did on Suzanne's stuff. What's the old guy's name? Finch. I'm telling you, I think he's an idiot. He's beyond an idiot. Well, it's like he said we couldn't do certain things, and the new guy's saying he's so full of shit it's not even funny. He was so wrong on the 401 paper.
Right. And she contributed in addition to what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, though. I actually have an email from that asshole saying we couldn't. I mean, I'm thinking of fucking going after that guy. He had a duty to fucking her and you. And I'm telling you, the guy didn't fucking do it.
Yeah. You gotta make.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I'm upset too, Mark.
I know you are. My God, he made you nothing in that many years. It's insane.
No, I got 2.96%.
Drew's censoring me.
What is
He's taking my mic. He's censoring me.
What you got the list?
Censoring
Yeah, I got it printed. She's got to snag it real quick.
Yeah, because Steve's mic went out.
How are you, Gigi?
I'm good.
What's
How are
new,
you,
sister?
Not much. Just trucking along. Getting into the holidays. Are you going anywhere?
I refuse to be
Got
censored,
it.
Drew. You
Right.
can only
Oh,
stop
love
me
it.
certain times.
Love. Good.
It's one of the longer times I take.
You got it. You got it. It's good for the soul.
What's there? You have a place there? Or?
We're online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good. I know. What I get is grandmas galore. Mike's mom comes for like 11 days. My mom just left after 6.
You ever have them there at the same time?
One day overlap.
Always.
And that's fine. This time, no, but every once in a while. It's better than not to have overlap.
I think it's too warm, Mark.
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, I need the list.
Hey,
You need
I
a list
need
of what?
info on the new HSA you
Oh,
guys
let me
set
see
up.
the
I'm setting up an HSA account and it wants to know, you know, all kinds of stuff. So can you email me all the information, please?
We're the family matriarch and patriarch, so.
They all come to you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
You're the headquarters.
Way
The
too many of
headquarters.
No. I'm setting up an HSA
Most
account
people
through
come in.
HSA Bank. But they want to know what plan, they need to know what plan I have. They need to know how much I spend monthly. They need all that information and I don't have any of it.
Keep your mouth shut today.
Three of the daughters.
He's censoring me.
Hi. Yes.
When do you think I'll see
I'm
it?
just about totally ready. Good. Yay.
Oh, you rock. Thanks, bye. Thank you, bye.
Okay, I'm hearing about. This topic of Facebook is such a good topic.
What?
Discrimination.
Against what?
I never thought of this, but I'm going to bring it up and we'll talk about it. Okay. How about
All
that?
right.
It's great. Mark, it is a really good. It's a good issue, and it's not full of shit. It's a good issue.
Uh-oh, that means it's going to be full of shit. I can already.
No, it's good.
Gigi,
I'm excited.
did you listen to the show yesterday?
No.
That's great.
What happened yesterday?
There's a guy on there that was an MMA fighter. You should hear
Yeah.
his story.
Oh,
Hear
it's
his
crazy story.
We thought Mark was
Drug
in trouble.
dealing.
We thought Mark was in trouble.
This guy has
Gee.
done everything in like every country. He's been in Rikers. he fought in some fight club in the Philippines.
Wow.
Canary Islands.
Spain. In the prison.
Wow.
He smuggled cocaine from Venezuela and
He
Colombia.
swallowed big
Swallow it.
packets of it.
Oh my gosh.
So
And so now he's,
he found God
Yeah,
in the
cleaned up.
prison in Spain.
oh man.
He had a bunch of Crips wanting to kill him in
Rikers.
the joint in Rikers Island. I mean, the whole
No,
story.
the story sounds like a movie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And now he's an MMA fighter.
Trains
Yeah.
out of X.
Parker.
So cool.
They were going to kill him in the morning when he went to breakfast. The whole gang of the Crips was. They were going to get it.
The bed and
He
breakfast.
prayed all night down to breakfast.
Oh.
Yeah, he prayed all night.
Out bed and breakfast.
And God answered his question because the marshals came and picked him up just before he was supposed to leave.
And that was it.
Yeah.
He saw the light.
No. He saw the light in
Well,
Spain.
Oh. But then he got like some divine
He
intervention.
told me though, Dan,
Saved his
that
life.
when he made that promise to God about getting out of there, that he's kept his word about everything.
Well,
ever
that's
since.
awesome.
That how important it's been.
Up, we're up.
That's awesome.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget, the whole heart and soul of my operation that I established more than 25 years ago is referralist.com, the original list, and the one with teeth, the one with accountability. I have such pride in it because I take such incredible pains to make sure this is a great, reliable, trustworthy list, and we monitor people all the time. And we were the original. So that's it, referralist.com. Most of the people that call here, every one of them who calls here with a problem with putting down money and having people disappear did not use the list. And we've had about 80% of them use Home Advisor and get ripped off, and Angie's List and get ripped off. Now, nothing is perfect. I'm not telling you they are causing the rip-offs, but they do nothing to truly minimize it. Okay, let's talk. Do we have our expert yet? No, we don't. 303
In about 2 minutes, Tom.
8255. Okay, that's on the Google reviews. Mark, now this is Mark about Camping World. What's going on, Mark?
Well, on April 7th, I purchased a 25 BH Jayco. It's about 31 feet.
31 feet? What year?
31 feet. 2017.
A brand new motorhome.
Brand new travel trailer.
Oh, travel. I'm sorry.
Bumper pull.
Travel bumper pull.
Correct. And there's been about 21 different issues with this RV. Most of them have been addressed, but there's still one or a couple pending ones. Number one, a bathroom wall that they repaired. They tore it down, put it back
Man,
up.
I wish you would have gone to Century RV. And the reason I bring that up, we have a relationship with them, and they're really, really good people. But that's water under the bridge, as they say. But what about this now? You have a new unit, and if you had to sum it up, what is the problem? Then we'll work backwards, and I'll get the details for you.
What is the problem? We don't feel safe in it no more.
Why?
We went camping back in September, end of September, and it was a pretty cold weekend. And we used propane.
Yes.
And we could smell propane inside the RV.
That's not
uncommon.
uncommon.
Turn it off.
Yeah, that's not uncommon, but it depends on how badly it is. I mean, in other words, you really, or I should say how bad, you really get some smells, but it shouldn't be like pervasive. Was this like filling up the unit?
Yes, it was.
Did you do a test?
It was really bad.
Did you do a test?
I actually took it down to Camping World and the Springs, which they were very helpful to me.
Where did you buy this again? Where did you buy it?
Golden.
Golden, what place, though?
Camping World. Camping World Golden.
Oh, okay, so you actually bought it from a Camping World, and then you took it to another Camping World. So what did they say is wrong? Did they say anything is wrong?
They said it was a loose fitting.
Oh.
Inside.
Okay, then what?
So they fixed that.
And then what?
That seems to be off. That seems to be clear and it's working now. Now
Good.
there's multiple issues now.
So why are you telling me about the gas? They fixed it, and it's a loose fitting. So I ask, what is the problem now? Why do you not feel safe in it?
The problem now is the rubber roof, and I've addressed this many times. It's coming off. I was there yesterday.
Is it leaking?
My rubber roof. I don't know yet.
Okay, what else? That's serious. You say it's peeling, like, is it peeling off?
It's starting to peel off.
Okay, what else?
Number 2, the bathroom wall is still not fixed. It looks like my door is warped.
What's wrong with the wall?
It's basically not plumbed correctly. It's not straight, perpendicular up and down.
I mean, you didn't notice that when you were looking at it before you bought it?
We noticed it after we bought it.
Okay, what else?
Let's see. Number 3.
So far, I have. Hold on. You said number 3, right? Bathroom wall. Number 3. Yes, that's right. I'm not counting the gas because it's fixed. You're right. Rubber roof peeling off. Bathroom wall. And what's the third thing?
The third thing now is there's a propane leak on the outside of the unit.
Okay. Now, these are serious issues, but covered under warranty. And here's what I want to tell you. I'm not telling you this because I don't want to help you. I'm telling you this because it's a fact of life. I like to tell people straight up facts of life. And you bought this with a warranty, if it had a manufacturer's warranty, I assume it did, and then you agree to abide by the warranty and let them fix it. So you can't just throw up your hands, even with multiple problems, and say, I don't want this anymore. Unless there were so many problems, it was what the law would call unconscionable, meaning no reasonable person in the world would ever put up with something like this. And there are cases like that. Yours is not one of them. Not yet, for sure. But they have to address these things. Are they refusing to address them?
So that's the issue that I'm having.
The manufacturer again is what?
So I reached out to
I just need to know the name of the manufacturer.
I think it was Jayco.
Jayco, did you say?
Jayco.
Jayco's a good company. Do you know you can go, I believe, I'm not sure if Century RV handles Jayco as a service department, but if they do, you don't have to go where you bought it for warranty service if you can find another authorized dealer. Could you do us a favor, Suzanne, or no, Clint, why don't you see if Century RV handles Jayco, and then check with RV America. They're just another big firm. And then check with Nolan RV. I just want to know, for the heck of it, if anyone else handles Jayco. So that's it in a nutshell. These problems are not being addressed.
Correct.
Why? It seems to me to fix a roof would be easy. Why aren't they doing it?
So when I took it in August, they said that's normal. That's a normal thing.
Okay, Clint, Clint, well, it might be. I don't know. When you say peeling, that doesn't sound normal. Clint, what is he talking about?
Does it look like the corners are baggy and loose at the corners?
Absolutely. And
okay,
it's actually going.
What's that?
Going
Clint?
more into the where the actual vent is to the bathroom now.
Okay, those roofs are glued down, but not everywhere. They allow them to kind of stretch. They are rubber. And as long as it's not leaking, that's usually not a problem. But you can look up at the corner, and most of them are that way.
They have a little slack here and there. But but he says it was peeling off. Now, if there are some wrinkles or bubbles in it, there shouldn't be like multiple bubbles. But I know what Clint's talking about. They let it expands and contracts with weather. And therefore, when it's really, really warm, it'll be baggier, for lack of a better term, or looser than when it's really, really cold. And that is not considered a defect if it's sealed. If it's open or peeling, as you say, off the roof, that's different.
Well, this is easy. Just bring it to another place and ask them.
That's what I would do. I'd get another opinion. But if the roof is defective, it's defective. If it's normal, it's normal. I mean, whether you like it or not, as long as it's not leaking and it's normal, what difference would it make? I get the impression, Mark, and I want to get right to it. I get the impression you're looking for reasons not to keep this.
It's not that.
But that's just between you and me, you know?
I wish Camper World would just return my phone calls and my text messages by the general manager.
They just treat you like garbage, basically. Okay, if you have his personal cell phone, let's start making some calls, okay? But I want to make sure we got a problem. Can you send us photographs?
I have some photographs, but
we need photographs.
I haven't taken the photographs of the recent issue.
Well, what's recent issue? Which one? The propane? There's no photo. What's that?
The roof.
Well, we need it.
The roof is the recent.
Where is your RV right now? Can you take a photo?
I do have some older pictures of the roof. I mean,
All right,
that would
here,
probably help.
Just take a picture of the roof, no matter how, or get us old ones or anything. The bathroom wall, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to try to help. Hold on. Oh, doggone it. He got disconnected by mistake.
I have his number.
All right, we'll call you right back. I'm sorry.
By mistake.
Yeah, well, no, it was by mistake. I hit instead of the hole.
Oh, no, I know that. I thought you meant like Suzanne did it.
Oh, no. So, now, Sean is with Altitude SEO. They do some, they do some SEO work for the Troubleshooter Network. And I have a quick question for Sean. Sean, we're going to go to a break, but I just need to ask you straight up. When Google takes down reviews, that pisses people off, especially if you have a lot of good reviews. This guy had 117 reviews taken down in one day. And these reviews were gathered. It's not like they showed up one day and then disappeared. They were gathered over how many years, Paul?
8 years.
8 years. And then one day they were down. And the only reason you got, Paul, was what?
They said that, well, in an email that they sent, that there was inappropriate content and conflict of interest. There was none of that. These are bona fide reviews written by legitimate customers.
Okay, so Sean, have you heard that before?
Yeah, were they all left from different computers and different IP?
Yes, he said they were. They weren't.
Okay.
They weren't all from the same IP.
Yeah, there's so many different things that can go into it.
All right, here I want to ask you if you've ever been successful in reinstating it. But hold on a sec, because I got to take this break, and I want to honor this email who said, "Tom, you were talking about Century RV. Well, where are they?" Okay, they're up north on I-25 and the highway turnoff to Longmont. That's the 119 turnoff. But they also opened up a new spot in Lakewood. It's a 30,000 square foot facility in Lakewood. You can call this number to find both of them, but the one in Lakewood is 30,000 square feet, all indoor. It's beautiful, okay? So you can call 303-453-1111 if you want to get a hold of them. And we're going to talk to you more coming up. And speaking of vehicles, Rockies, 63rd and Federal, open for the holidays. Well, not on Christmas Day, but they're open on the weekend. Of course, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8, Rockies, with selection not only in color, model, brands, and price ranges, but also variety in lenders. There's 40 lenders you can choose from, and you can go up there and shop. They clean off all this snow. They're open, make your great deal, and they don't mind if you shop. They want you to shop, but then put Rockies on the list and do some real comparing. 303-426-4646, Rockies.
The Grinch and Ebenezer Scrooge.
Danny Masterson wasn't a good guy.
Guess not.
Who's that?
The guy that was on
That 70s show,
Wait,
Scientologist.
now more's coming out about him?
Yeah, fifth rape accuser.
But why did she stay as his girlfriend?
I don't know.
Not that
5 women.
Yeah, that's a
5
lot.
women are coming out against him.
Rape. That's rape, not not.
And the Church
Yeah,
of
they're saying
Scientology
outright.
is covering up for him.
Oh yeah.
And she might be coming out now, but some of them go all the way back
Oh
and
yeah,
they complain to the church
That's
way
right.
back then.
That's right.
That's kind of a weird church.
It is a weird. It's a paid-to-play church.
Yeah.
And they pay for each level. I watched that.
It's a cult.
It's like, was that the same level that Kramer was going to have in his level in his
L. Ron Hubbard was a science fiction writer.
He was the
Is that what
main
he
guy.
was?
Yes, he was, but don't hold that against him.
Okay.
He was actually, if you look at it as a business plan, really.
No, you know what? I hate
Yeah.
attacking people's religion.
Yeah.
It's so far-fetched, though, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it is really
And the way they treat
God, doesn't it?
the families,
No.
you have to disconnect from
Aliens.
your family if they leave the
It is.
church.
It's alien.
It's not
Yeah,
right.
and one alien was the big god.
Xenu.
Oh, Xenu. I love Xenu.
The big
Yep.
god.
It's like zucchini.
Zucchinu.
No, it's wild religion. South Park did
Yeah,
an
they did
entire
a
show
really
on it.
good one.
Oh, that they were really pissed off.
We're
And then I think Isaac Hayes left because he's a Scientologist.
Well, the big one is what, Brad Pitt, or not
No,
Brad Pitt.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise and who's the
John Travolta.
Thank you. Yep. I didn't realize.
Well,
how
and
many
they get
people
you
in
to
Hollywood.
spill all your dirt in those auditing sessions, so they have
everything.
everything.
Yeah, your cupcake.
The auditing, self-auditing.
Yeah, where you hold on to the like tin cans and.
I know. Who came out? The last great interview on that was the woman from King of Queens.
Well, she's done a whole she's on season 2 of her series on A&E. Yeah, and it's
What is it
terrible
about?
what they do.
Is it a good series?
It's really good.
Okay.
It's her.
Tomorrow, it's going to be a different Friday for the in-house. I'll give you. Then the following week and the next week, you do exactly as the calendar. Do you have the newest calendar? Is it shared with you?
You mean
for the in-house spots?
Yeah, it's always, unless you change it, it's always been shared.
I want to make sure it's shared with you. Okay.
I'll check right now.
It is. Yeah, shared. But tomorrow's different, so the only thing you have to do tomorrow is what I tell you, because I.
But you're updating it on that.
Well, it is. If you
Or you email
me.
me.
Okay. I'll give you an email for that one.
Did you go up a level? I will watch that though.
It only
I
costs
find it
$250K.
I know.
It's fascinating, but she interviews with former members of the church and talks about the harassment.
They followed her.
Yes. Oh,
They would show up
it's called
literally
fair
outside
game.
of her
The
house.
church had a policy called fair game,
You go after the church.
and
they
they go after you hard. Yeah.
Hi.
I don't think that's wrong though.
So did you only order 2 beers? No margaritas? Nothing like that?
I ordered 1 beer for me and a drink for Ted, I think. I don't know what they charged me for. All I know is it was $15.
Well, no, because so I got 3 different stories from her. So I said to her, look, I said,
Well, what do they say? It's simple. Look at the
so that's
receipt.
this is not adding up the way that the receipt is adding up. She said yours was $25.92 and with a $6 tip. And so, but then she gave me another story. Then she goes, well, can't Ted pay him $15.80? And I go, look, I said, you've given me 3 different stories. Print out what you have. And I think Mark needs to go in and look and see what you have because...
Well, this is what I had. That's what the fuck they charged me is right there.
Yeah,
well,
that's it.
and originally she said that's what it was, but it was like 2 beers, a margarita. Beers are $9 a piece.
Well, I don't care. What is that?
I know, but she.
How hard is that to understand from Capital One?
It doesn't matter. That's what he was
All
charged.
I'm saying, no, but then she said this was the charge. I said, you've given me 3 different stories. I want you
It
to print
doesn't
it
matter
out
what
and
they
let-
tell you. What Mark's saying is it came up on his bill
This
like
is,
that. They have
this
to
is
adjust
literally what they're charging me.
Yes, so you need to go in and figure out what's going
I'll
on
go in.
because she's like, well, and then she goes, well, can Ted pay him $15?
What the hell does Ted have to do with it?
Well, because she said, she goes, oh, there was an adjustment, and I said, okay, well, then you need.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Trying to help you solve your problems, answering your questions, taking your complaints, and making your life a little easier. Sean, I'm going to bring up now, and we're going to address the reviews, and we'll ask Paul to listen or to chime in. But Paul's carpet cleaning business, he says he's pissed off. When did they take the reviews down?
It was about October 25th.
Okay. So, Sean, have you ever been successful, or have you ever handled this or not?
We have. It's pretty difficult, though. You need to, Google gives these blanketed statements, and you really have to investigate.
So, but when you investigate, do they even listen, though? That's what I want to know. Do they really listen?
There's a process like a re-inclusion request. If they take your website out of Google, that's similar.
But no, okay, that's a re-inclusion for a website. But what about reviews?
Yep. Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
So we have a process we can go through. Like I said, you really need to know.
What do you guys charge?
It's hard to say. We go off of an hourly rate of $150, but it really, we can look at it for free.
And give them an estimate, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Paul, listen.
Yes.
No matter what, okay, a lawsuit is is beyond in my comprehension, in my opinion, and I don't think you want to go there. You should at least talk to Sean Hakes at Altitude SEO. just talk to him. And you may want to use these guys as clients anyway to manage all that stuff, because he keeps us out of trouble. Because there are things you can do on your site you don't even know are wrong, and then they ding you for it. It's amazing. And but the short answer is there's a process. And you haven't been through the process. You want that number? I'll give you that number.
Yes, I'll take it.
And he'll look at this for no cost right now, and then let you know what he thinks. 720-940-9056. If anyone has a business and you want to know about SEO or that, Sean will always talk to you about it, and he'll give you a rate. And he does things on a flat fee, which I like. 720-940-9056. Thank you, Sean. Deborah's turn. Hello, Deborah. What's going on in your life?
I want to thank you for your help.
What happened?
I talked to you on Monday about the washing machine and Sears not helping me. They called me yesterday and they're replacing it.
Oh, great news. Great news, they're replacing it. And before this, you couldn't even get them to give you the time of day.
Correct. What? And they told me they made a special exception this time.
Sure.
It didn't warrant a new washing machine.
It's the Martino exception. What was your original problem?
My washing machine broke at the end of October, and I've had issues all year. And they've been out 5 times, and they never could fix it. And they told me it was a fixable machine.
Okay, here is the statement from Sears. At Sears, our top priority, and it's only fair to read this, our top priority is the satisfaction of our members. Our member solutions team reviewed Miss So-and-so's situation and has authorized a replacement washing machine. We look forward to welcoming her at the store to pick one out and hope she remains a loyal Sears customer and Shop Your Way member.
Right.
And by the way, this had nothing to do with the Troubleshooter Network. We always do the right thing. It just is a coincidence. I added that. And is Deputy Daff the one we thank for this? Deputy Daff.
Of course, Tom.
Okay.
Yep.
Deputy Daff, and she is Daffy, and she gets it done because she is Woodpecker, whatever, Pitbull, give it a name. And then, you know, I'm so happy with our crew right now through the year. I got to thank them. You know, we got Deputy Clint, Deputy Greg, Deputy Daff, Deputy Dan. Deputy Dan sounds better, the alliteration there. Deputy Daff is alliteration too. Okay, who else? What other deputies am I leaving out?
Greg, did we say Greg?
Yes.
Yeah, we
did.
did.
And then the one, Deputy Nate,
who was my favorite that you guys fired?
Oh my God,
well,
he brings that up
year, Mark,
every
so
single time. Gigi Wink. I knew I'd get this email. What do you mean, Tom? I can't charge on my card if I'm going to do a bankruptcy. Well, technically, yes and no. I mean, I give the lowdown, please.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it can be found to be fraudulent because if you are making charges and you know you're filing bankruptcy, then you have no intent to repay them, and they can file an adversary against you on that
How far back
debt.
do they go?
They'd have to, it's up to the creditor,
but the
honestly.
No, I mean for recent charges. They won't go back a year and say you planned this, although they can.
I don't think so. I mean, they can go back and
Isn't
look.
it the 90 days they look at, really?
They look at, you know, the trustee, if you get, let's say you get audited, they're going to look back 6 months. 6 months is the audit look back, usually, standard.
No, but really, if they notice unusual spending habits, that's what's important. If it's normal, Gigi, it's okay. But if all of a sudden you're putting a lot of stuff...
once you hire a bankruptcy attorney, you need to stop using credit, period.
Right. Okay.
Period. Yeah. There's no real excuse at that point.
Josh, what's going on with you, Josh?
Hey, Tom, is there anything you can do about fake Facebook reviews for businesses?
You mean bad ones or good ones?
Bad ones.
Okay.
Wouldn't be worried about a good fake.
No, you would be if they're just doing all your competition, is what I meant.
No, we have somebody who, and I own a franchise, we have somebody who went on about 8 franchise sites across the country and gave them all negative reviews, and this person's not a customer of anyone. They're new to Facebook, they have no profile,
Okay,
nothing.
listen, Josh, we get this question all the time. There are a lot of people who do fake reviews. And you can challenge reviews, you can respond to reviews, but to call them fake and get them removed, if it's on Facebook, you got to contact them. The thing is, these organizations, the New Life, the New World, the Millennials, they don't have, it's not like the old-fashioned way. They don't communicate with people. They really don't. eBay, Facebook, Google, they're faceless. They have owners and stuff, but nobody really talks. No one really interfaces with consumers. It's so frustrating. Now, we have had companies successfully sue for false reviews, or not successfully sue, but started the process which brought the review down. But you don't even know who it is that correct?
No, it's just a nameless person on Facebook.
But can they identify him?
I don't know. I've contacted Facebook. I've reported the profile.
What are they saying about your biz?
They actually, there's no comment. It's just 1 star.
Oh.
Which brings down your total review.
That sucks.
It brings down your total star ranking.
Can you imagine if people just want to do that? How terrible that is?
Yeah. And it's like there's no mechanism for businesses to say, can't you make this person prove they were actually a
Can't you answer it, though, and say, whatever?
We answered it, but now when you look at not a ton of people leave me reviews on Facebook because of my business. It's in more of the senior world.
Now, the person that left the review, do they have a Facebook page? Of course they do, right?
Well, but it looks like, when you look at it, it looks like this Facebook page was set up specifically for these reviews. All this person ever did, when they made the review, they were new to Facebook one day, because you can look at how long they were.
Report the page. Report the page. Okay.
And Facebook said we found this to be a real page.
Because I reported pages. I reported pages like that, and they've taken them down. All right. So the short answer is there's nothing you can do. I mean, unless you can identify people, and then you do the lawsuit route. That's the problem. Anonymous reviews. Now, I would like to tell you about another guy that wanted to do away with the review system, and he knew he couldn't. So he came up with an idea that he's going to come out on the internet with. I'm going to try to get him on the phone to explain it, because, in my opinion, it's genius. And I think it would totally destroy the review system, because that's what he wants to do, because he thinks it's wrong. So it's not that he doesn't like reviews. He says if they were done properly, he would do it. But he has this way that would kind of destroy the review system. It's kind of interesting. I'll tell you about it coming up. Yesterday we had in the studio a guy, financial advisor, and his son, Joe Chiano, to talk about Become the Banker. I always get tons of email about it as soon as I do these shows, because it is such an incredible investment, and no one has ever been able to shoot a hole in it. One thing I wanted to ask Gigi Wing. Gigi, if you go bankrupt and you have cash value in a life insurance policy, do you get to keep it?
In Colorado, you can keep it if the policy is more than 4 years old.
Okay.
And you have not done anything other than make the regular payment deposits. You can't have any, they call it extraordinary
like
deposits.
The overfunding.
Yes.
Okay.
So if 4 years old, no overfunding.
If they did the overfunding on Become the Banker and ran into financial trouble, they can claw back some of that money.
Yeah, within the last 4 years.
Other than the cost of insurance.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But anyway, for Become the Banker, I want to explain this to you, and please check it out. And I invite you to call, and I'll put you on the air if you have criticisms, because we can't find any. Listen, I love recommending things that I believe in. This is one of them. The idea is to buy a life insurance policy. But your whole goal is not really life insurance. But you need to buy the policy to make this work, because the government allows us to overfund on purpose life insurance, and they let the interest grow tax-free. So that's the idea. You put money in, you get a guaranteed growth rate of 4% plus dividends. So you could have a total rate of 5, 6, 7%. Right now it's about 5% or a little more. So You get this guaranteed growth tax-free, and it builds up. You purposely put extra money in it. You can put a lot in one month and a little less the next month. As long as you make the minimum payment, you can overfund as much as you want up to a certain point, but it's a lot. And then when that grows, you can borrow from it. You have the money available the next day. You can borrow from it. And you can borrow from it for a car. You know, instead of getting a credit card or a car loan, you can buy appliances. And you pay yourself back as if you had a real loan, and the interest you're paying yourself goes into your account to grow tax-free again, so you're sheltering more money. You get to about 60, and then what you do is start drawing it out, or 50, whatever age you want. You start drawing out paychecks every month as a loan, but you don't pay tax, you don't pay payroll tax, you don't pay income tax, and you do this until you extinguish the policy, and the policy pays off those loans when you die. In my opinion, I can't think of a better investment. 303-779-6600 if you want to talk to someone. That's 303-779-6600, or becomethebanker.info has my tape, my video, plus you can sign up for a seminar if you want to do it. Becomethebanker.info, and I invite any and all feedback.
They didn't use the whole bathroom. The wall was crooked.
We're not out of the woods yet.
Over crash.
I know.
I'm kind of
after Yosemite there, that's got traffic backed up quite a bit. Look out for wreck being cleared westbound 270 after York. Back up.
You're so smart, Gigi. You know, you've never been stumped.
Oh!
On the bankruptcy.
Thank you.
Be careful out
You
there.
know, right, I left 4 years, but that makes perfect sense.
That's right. They just changed that
And over
a year and a half ago. That's what, yeah.
Well, people would overfund it to shelter the money they don't
That's right.
bankrupt.
That's right.
14 right now, light snow.
And that's the same with like a 529 plan. They go back 15 months. So anything you put into a 529 plan, they can get back 15 months, except I found years ago that the Colorado legislature has a special provision for Colorado-based 529 plans cannot be touched by creditors. So if you did it to a Colorado one, then you could fund that. Yeah, I believe. Looks like the law says that. And then the new tax plan is going to allow 529 plan money to pay for private school for K through 12.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wow.
That's what I read.
Instead of charter or...
Yeah, well, it used to only be college. Used to only be secondary. Is that what they call it? I think it's secondary education, post-secondary, something like that. Yeah. So you used to only be able to use them for college. Now you could use them for
That's only fair, right? People are paying their property taxes in mostly to schools, and then when they're not using a public school,
right? Well, there you
you
go.
don't get any credit
Right.
about
Right.
Are you saying the HSA, your HSA, can you fund that from the LLC? Can I put money in the HSA from the LLC?
No, where I'm doing it here though, I can trade it right through Ameritrade. I'll log into my Ameritrade account and I'll trade my HSA account.
Oh,
Wasn't that cool?
interesting.
So I can buy stocks, I can do whatever I want.
My LLC, I can't put money
It's similar though.
Yeah, up in Disney. I don't think that school district.
It could be. I wonder if there's some,
I just write a
maybe
check.
they don't have
800-881.
enough public
same way you
schools
do now.
I can't, no.
to accommodate everyone.
I could just put money in there.
Yeah.
You had to be...
Your HSA?
See, I don't have my insurance, years of high level insurance, that's why you get
their ADD.
I don't have it.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Natural light.
Yeah.
3 recesses.
That's awesome.
I'm just disputing the credit card here.
Which one?
The Shanahan.
Oh.
It's the craziest shit.
You were
Screw
drinking...
them.
Daphne came up.
Screw them, yeah. That's, that told me.
But if you're explaining something different that's on your card, what was their explanation, Mark?
Well, Daphne said that Ted owes me the money. Whatever that
How
was.
did that happen?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
Really, Mom?
You guys, listen, David Garcia case, Burns on 4 to talk about it. Okay? Tom, did you get that? David Garcia case, the guy's on 4 to talk about it.
Yeah, all those guys doing that for free. Holy cow.
It's very nice. They deserve a shout out.
Yeah. And also the same thing with Potter. From Weld County, the DA.
Oh, is it Donald Potter?
Don Potter, yeah.
Yeah, they're good people up there. Why, is it Weld County the one with the Verizon tower, though? How could it be so weird on one side?
But that's different, that's a whole different
I know,
group
division.
there, yeah.
I like this Santa Claus over there.
Oh, I didn't see
Kinda
that.
cute.
We have to. This is
Making the most of your apartment balcony.
Right? Absolutely.
Are we there yet?
Look at our neighbors. They're so festive.
They are.
Are we there yet?
Nobody else. Everybody else is boring.
Exactly.
They stick out.
I agree.
Rules change without
Bad reviews on a couple of
That's why
places.
AARP gives you the
Home
information
advisors
to
will
provide
not
you
call me
better
back.
care for your loved one. Visit
And calls.
That's not good.
AARP.org/caregiving.
I don't care if I get on the air and chew them out or.
Right.
I mean, I've got their public information officers phone number there. Cool. Call me back. There, I'm done with Shannon. I'm thinking, why do I have to drive over there when they did this? I have nothing to do with this shit.
Craziness. But it still doesn't account for. Didn't you have a bigger problem than that? It was the whole tip thing that you were worried about.
Yeah.
But they didn't mention that.
Yeah, they put on the tip $35.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show.
Apparently.
I hope you never need.
Joe Lazzara. Oh my goodness, but people, they do. Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney, and the holidays he goes crazy with business. Why? Why do you think? People drink and drive. Even, you know, and they're not all stone cold drunks or criminals. There are people that think they can calculate, but based on your body weight and what you eat, you can't, okay? He even did away with a calculator. He used to have a calculator to help you out, and he said, you know what, Tom, it's too risky. Just don't drink and drive, or use Uber or use Lyft or something. And of course, he's available if you need him. We hope you don't need him, really. Don't take this as an encouragement. Take it as just survival, because you need to get through the system. And by the way, you may be charged with other crimes. You know, we've had people call the show charged with shoplifting because they accidentally walked out of the store, really, and they had something on the card or they didn't realize it. All kinds of things can befall you. All right? Joe's not going to judge you. I mean, even if you're guilty, call him. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. LazzaraLegal.com is his website. He's on my referral list at referralist.com. And if you do have a drinking problem, you know, you might want to look into getting help. Okay, let's talk. Vern, welcome to the show, Vern. Vern, we first met you and talked to you about David Garcia, who you paid to do a job for you. And Mark, it touched you a bit, and you wanted to go up and visit Vern. Mark, what did you find?
Oh, man, this guy, you know, took probably, what, $23,000, if I recall, from him. Did at most, a couple grand worth of work, then just split. And the reason he was building out his basement is so his son could move in there. And
to help him.
To help him. The guy's blind. So this Garcia rips off a blind guy, but wait till you hear what we got.
Okay, now, Vern, we're running out of time, but we do want to get this update. Could you hold on a little?
Yes.
Okay, Vern, you hold on. And Kathy, if you could hold on, dear, we'll come right to you. We would love to hear from you, okay? And we have a lot more to talk about on the next hour.
Coloradans 62 and older, are you
not feeling as financially secure as you'd like to? Is cash flow tight? Are you retiring or experiencing...
Yeah, David Garcia apparently got bonded out the next day for 10 grand.
Reverse mortgage from American...
Well, that's good. Hopefully that 10 grand goes right to the old man.
That bond is the whole for his court case.
I got to tell you, in some civil stuff... Oh, this isn't civil.
You benefit immediately.
No. Yeah, okay, you're right. So, that 10 grand could be for him.
Yeah, but he only paid, I'm sure he did a bondsman, right? The bondsman not going to give his 10.
Oh, no, of course not. No.
So that's what I'm saying. He was bonded out by, I'm sure he used a bondsman.
Yeah. I got thrown in the pokey once for failure to appear. So I had an employee whose apartment complex sued him. And they sent me a garnishment because I was the employer. And he told me that he paid it not to take it out of his check. So he said it was all done, the court was canceled, everything. So I didn't go to court, Next thing I know,
Uh-oh.
I've got a cop picking me up. The bond amount.
You're in trouble, Mark?
Not
You were in trouble for that?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Really?
So the bond amount was the exact amount of what the judgment was.
That's how they do it.
So when I bonded out, they wanted to keep.
Yep.
Okay.
So I argued, though. I said, now, wait a second. First of all, Your Honor, Colorado Car Care was supposed to do it. Yes, I'm the owner of it.
Right,
but now
I'm
you're
not.
taking
Yep.
Mark Major's money to apply it towards the Colorado Car Care debt.
Right.
And I argued that and won, so I got my money back.
Good.
You have to go in because your receipt
I just
does
did
not match their receipt.
Yeah, I just canceled. I just said, fuck them.
Yeah, it doesn't match their
Well,
receipt.
that's because,
And they could
and
not
if it
give
doesn't
me-
match, that's
Yeah.
their problem, not his.
They could not give me a status. She kept saying it was a $6
Their
tip.
their
I said, then
waiter
why
did
does
an
this say
okie doke.
25?
Their waiter did
That's
an
what it
okie
sounds
doke. That's
But,
what happened.
but originally the total ended up being 41.62.
Wow, I got a
But
good
then
story.
she changed it 2 other times. So changing that.
It doesn't matter what she changed.
Right.
My credit card charged me $41. I'm staring at it. And I
Right.
just said, fuck them, and I got rid of it. So it's done.
Tom, I got a really good one here.
It's weird as hell, isn't it?
Yeah, that's creepy.
What do you think happened?
She said there was some adjusting.
Well, why would they adjust my tip?
Because for some reason I don't think that's where you needed to go in and look at it yourself. I wasn't there, and she said that some drinks were on there that shouldn't have been on there. There was some adjusting that was going on, and that, yeah.
They're
so
done. I put down the exact amount, which is $15. That's all they're
I
getting.
put your vitamins in the back of
We
your car,
adjusted
so you
it.
will not
Who
forget.
adjusts my tip? How is that even an answer?
Well, no, because she said the tip was $6. This is where it got confused.
But you saw my credit card. How much did they put on the
That's
tip?
what I said.
$30 fucking dollars or $40.
That's what I said. And so she was trying to make all these excuses, and I said, look.
Your friend?
No, it wasn't. It was the office manager or whatever, not my friend. And so that's where I said.
So what do you,
Mark,
what they're saying is,
I
in
wasn't
essence, you
there.
really did spend that amount, but it was weird. I don't think he did spend that amount. I think
I had 2 beers.
I
No,
think the guy
the
tried.
beers were $9 a piece, and a margarita was $15.80. So add that up.
Tom, this is a real
But
good.
she
Do
gave
you
me
remember the
3
guy that
different
was in a
stories,
coma?
and that's where I said,
Couldn't get his car back from a stereo
Mark
test?
needs to come and look
Yeah.
at this and talk to you about this, because
Didn't charge
I
him
wasn't
anything.
there,
He's still
I
in a
didn't
coma.
see the receipt.
He's opened his
I
eyes,
said-
he's starting to communicate, he's doing better.
But you're giving me all these stories, and
I don't even care. I just
So-
canceled.
Stereo Warehouse did the
this
right
is
thing.
what happens when I'm
We did get those releases.
You know what's amazing, though? A place to I guarantee if that was Dell's, what would happen? I guarantee it. They would just credit it and say, fuck it, that's stupid. Guarantee it.
I can't believe they're doing this. And Mark Staren's going to hear about it, the owner. I mean, he would never put up with this.
I don't even understand why it's an issue. It said $15. I leave a $6 tip. I leave a 40% tip. Then I get something from my credit card company going,
They're trying to
something-
okie doke you, saying you really owe it.
I think what happened is the waiter. I think the waiter jacked up his tip.
So hold on. So let me get it straight. He sees an invoice for this amount plus a tip. He says, I didn't spend that. She says, he really did spend that amount?
if he spent that amount.
Then what was the tip on her? $6.
Right.
What's the tip on yours?
$25.90.
Yeah. See, it's bullshit.
But the number ends up the same, and she said, "Oh, they're all these adjustments." But then she said, "Oh, just
Mark,
2 beers."
it's serious enough that I'd like to get a copy of it, and I want to go over and talk to Mark.
See, this is why.
I do. Mark, you get me a copy of it. I'm going to go over.
Well, exactly.
So
So, Mark,
should have
I
just
asked
said,
him,
we'll make it
Tom,
right.
they have everything printed out. You just need to go over and say it's Tom.
So you-
I'm
your-
going to look
your
at your
white
charge
card-
and make sure that one's right.
There you go. Yeah, I know. And how dumb are they not to just say, we'll fix it.
Look at
We'll
your-
make it right.
Look at your email.
Because now
just
look
said.
what's happening.
Just pull up
That's
that
an
picture.
idiot. That's it. We're
I'm
not
not
going
$30
anywhere but
or something.
Christmas.
Poking the bear.
Tell me when you have it up.
Dumb.
So I get this. This is what I
Oh
get.
yeah, they do. They have competition right up the street now.
Oh, they have it.
Okay.
Read what it says. We know. I get this from Capital One.
Look, right. I get this all the time.
We noticed you gave a extra generous tip. It says.
Okay. Thank you for sending it. I'm going to take this over to Mark.
I have it printed.
The tip is more
Oh,
than
actually, Mark has it.
The tip is almost double what the damn thing was.
No.
She was trying to blow it. Where's the paper I gave you?
Tell her that.
And now look
that
what's
Tom
happening.
feels that
That
this was
really
an
stupid.
attempted fraud, and he's going to come over to talk to Mark Staron and ask what time Mark Staron comes in.
Oh my gosh, they
I have,
really
I want to
ripped
talk
them
to
here.
Mark, and I'm going to bring over our written copy. Do you have your actual receipt?
He does not.
Why?
Because he doesn't keep stuff like that.
No, but they have it.
Yeah, but we should at least print the receipt.
I guarantee my receipt does not say 4172.
You can go online and print the receipt, Mark. That's all I'm saying. Just do it.
What do you mean go online?
You can, that transaction, I
Oh, you
download my,
can?
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Mark, you can.
Okay.
You can. You really can. I mean, you have to go on to your Capital One. Suzanne, you can go on to your Capital One and print his receipt out. He doesn't have his receipt. Let's find his receipt. I want to see.
It's right here, Shanahan. Well, no, it's not the real receipt, though.
No, but what does it show?
It just shows the amount Shanahan's in 4172 or whatever.
No, okay. Mine shows an actual. It almost looks like a photocopy.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. We have 2 lines open. That means you can get right through. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. If you want to be part of this show, call and we will help you. I'm a consumer advocate solving problems every day. Part of the problem we have is with this hour brought to you by Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, because they have a wonderful promotion going on this month, and it's for Christmas. They call it Here for the Holidays. I think that's cool. Here for the holidays, right? Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. Now, let me tell you some background. They've been here for years and years, and they are some of the original researchers here in Denver when it came to tinnitus treatment. They had all kinds of treatments that do wonderful things, depending on your situation. They can mask it. They can dull your senses to that sound. They can help you with hearing devices. They also have desynchro, which is considered a permanent treatment. Once it goes away, it doesn't come back. So these hearing aids, the newest ones, not only help you with tinnitus, they can help you with a hearing loss, of course, because they're hearing aids, and tinnitus, and they are smartphone compatible. Plus, you get $1,000 off if you call today to schedule a hearing evaluation for some time in the near future. You do not have to obligate yourself to buy. It just simply puts you in line for the $1,000 discount. We've given now, I think, 40 or 50. We do them 10 at a time because that's all we can do. We're not sure, because there are other people, of course, involved around the country. We want to make sure there are enough. So we have 10 more today. If you call, you can put yourself in line for this $1,000 discount. iPhone compatible, Android compatible, 303-534-0163 for these very special smartphone compatible hearing aids. You can actually talk on the phone instead of using a Bluetooth thing. You can have your hearing aid. And 303-534-0163, 10 slots available today. 303-534-0163. Vern has an update. Mark went to see Vern. Mark had paid how much? Vern had paid how much, Mark? Like
about 23G, man.
And they paid him to a guy that was later arrested. Wasn't Garcia arrested?
Yeah, I got to tell you, Deputy Dan really stepped on the gas pedal with the cops down there.
And Weld County, a DA, stepped up and filed charges. I love it. Weld County does a great job enforcing consumer crime.
Oh, and thanks to the Firestone Police, man. They're the ones where it started.
But prosecuting this consumer crime, I meant. Okay, so Vern wanted to talk to us and give us some further details in the update. What's going on, Vern?
Well, after the report came out in the Denver Post, started getting phone calls and everything. We've had people come forward with offers of material and help and everything else, so we ended up having to get a GoFundMe page. But I just wanted, really what I wanted to do was thank you guys so much for everything you did for us. I appreciate all the effort you put into it. I appreciate your help with trying to mediate everything that happened prior to him being arrested, just trying to just helping us. And you don't know how much that was appreciated.
Well, Vern, it was our pleasure. And Mark says you're a great guy. He was so angry. I've never seen him that angry. He doesn't like ripoffs, but this really touched him. Mark, the guy, he just felt like was totally ripped off.
Oh man, and what drove me nuts about this Garcia character is he kept going, I did that much work. There is not a person in the world that would think he did anywhere close to $23,000.
Vern, thank you for letting us know. We were happy. We're happy that the reports and stuff got a great response. So listen, if you need help, we do follow things through. Cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. Please tell at least one person about the show that doesn't know about it. And I mean that sincerely to help others. Do you realize that we can get these scumbags off the street if enough of us know about it? Let's do it, please. Kathy, I always love taking calls like this. Somebody says you want to thank us.
Yes, I do, Tom. I want to thank you for all the help that you gave us in fighting our own house insurance company to finally get a new roof.
That is great. So when I tell people cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services, this is part of it. So that roof, what, they were denying it?
Well, we had wind damage on the one side of our roof back in March, and our insurance company sent out an adjuster, and they said there's no damage on the front side, but we're going to re-roof you on the back side, and it turned out that they don't make our shingles anymore. So they were going to re-roof half of our roof with a complete different kind of shingle.
Crazy.
And I fought them, talked to 3 different supervisors who were extremely rude to me, and was so upset about it. Finally, it hit me one day when I was driving listening to you. I needed to call you and figure out what to do.
And who worked on it with you at our place here? What deputy do I think?
You sent me to Freddie at Colorado County.
Oh, great. Freddie is our public adjuster. He's a great guy. Thank you for letting us know, Kathy. Ron has a question for our guest, Gigi Wink from Wink and Wink, which are bankruptcy attorneys. And what's your question, Ron?
Hi there. I won a judgment in a small claims lawsuit, and the guy, come to find out, is filing bankruptcy.
Dang.
I'm not sure.
Dang. How much is your judgment?
$7,500.
What was it for?
Breach of contract.
Now, why do I ask what it's for? You see, Gigi, when I went to court one time, I put down fraud, not breach of contract. Do you know why? Because when I got the judgment, I didn't want the guy going bankrupt.
Right. Well, you'd still have to bring a separate proceeding to preserve that.
But at least the judgment would say fraud.
Yes, but regular breach of contract, unfortunately, that is what bankruptcy is designed to discharge. That's the constitutional right every American has. You know, and in exchange,
of course, and of course, if it's not, like I always say this, if it's not engineered and people truly befall they have problems befall them, I'm not going to blame them, but it just grates me when some of these scumbags do it and they plan it. But anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
Absolutely. But unfortunately, you know, in exchange for this person getting out of their debt to you and probably to other people as well, for their breaches of the contract. You're breaching a contract when you don't pay your credit card. That's breach of contract as well. And same with medical bills. You know, they have to, they may lose their non-exempt property. However, you know, 80% of Chapter 7s are what we call no asset cases because there are those exemptions that allow people
did they list you, though? Did they list you?
No, actually, he started his bankruptcy process before our court date.
Wait a minute.
So
Wait a minute. Well, hold on. If he filed before...
It depends on when did the breach happen.
Gigi.
No, here's the law. If he's a no-asset case, our Supreme Court has said all debt from prior to that filing, whether it's a judgment or not, is discharged. And the fact that you know about it, you are now on notice. You cannot seek to collect. You will be violating his bankruptcy rights.
So...
because you know about the bankruptcy.
Okay, but if he had filed, I thought it's the date of the breach, not the date of when he goes after him.
It's the date of the breach, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if this guy breaches a contract afterwards, he's held responsible for it.
Now, he should have listed you if he knew that, you know, he owed you money.
With a no-asset case, It doesn't matter if they list you. What if it's an asset case?
Then it does matter.
He could go after
He could wait until it's all over and then say, I didn't get to partake in the distribution of these assets.
This is most likely a non-asset case, but you can find that out. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Marie, your turn. Go. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Tom. Thank you for taking my call.
What's going on in your life?
Well, not much. I'm a widow, and I'm elderly. And so I live on a fixed income. And what I wanted to ask you is, do you know of any carpet places that are real good and they don't charge an arm and a leg?
Okay, this sounds like a setup because
it does.
I'm serious. It sounds like a setup, meaning a call that you make. Say, hey, call and ask this, because I swear what you're saying is exactly what Buddy Mitchell does at Simply Floors. He's such a good guy, and he has a heart. He has a heart for the elderly and a heart for widows. He really does. He's a good guy. He might give you. Hey, he might give you a special deal.
Okay, is it DU?
Now here, I'll tell you what. It's Simply Floors. Do you have a computer? Come on.
No.
Okay. How old are you?
75 next month.
Well, you're not that old. And how old was your husband when he passed away?
64.
So how long have you been single?
Oh, a lot of years. I don't know where to go to meet anybody.
Oh, my goodness. They have dating sites.
And you know what? I've always been told, which makes me feel good, that I don't look my age at all, and that people think I'm attractive. So but I just don't know where to go to meet people.
I know it's
FarmersOnly.com.
No. Seriously, when you're older, it's very difficult. A lot of people meet people at church. I mean, they do. I mean, it's like a social thing, and
yeah, I've gone to church for many years. I got sick there for a while, so I quit going. But to be honest with you, sometimes some of those guys at church are real geeks.
Hey, have you ever thought seriously of Facebook? Oh, you don't have a computer. Do you not like computers?
No, I just
You just what?
Well, because I live on a fixed income, I just don't have those things,
because
you have to learn what you can get and what you can't get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Okay,
you know what, Tom? I have to tell you one more thing. Is it all right if I tell you one?
Yes, dear.
I wrote down Simply Floors
Inc. Now, here's how you find him. I'm just going to give you the phone number. He normally doesn't work off the phone. You go online and you make your own appointment, and they come out to see you. Hold on, they'll still do it. In fact, we will make an appointment for you if this number doesn't work for you. And the other thing is this.
It'll work.
Should we give him the number off the air since he doesn't?
No.
Okay.
He uses the phone all the time.
Okay.
Everybody prefers web.
And you can save. No, you can save a ton of money. I'm serious. For anyone listening, not just you. And they have, I don't know what you want, but they have carpet, they have luxury vinyl tile, they have hardwood.
I was going to get some vinyl tile.
You're going to love it. You're going to love the new selection.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you the number. You ready?
Ready.
His name is Buddy. I don't know if he'll answer, but Buddy is the owner, Buddy Mitchell, and you can say you heard about him on my show. And the number is 303 456 4660.
4660.
Yes.
Give her Suzanne, give her Deputy Dan's number.
Hold on a sec. Wait.
Off air too.
We don't want you to leave just yet. We want to give you. We want to give you a number to call us if you need more help. Okay?
Well, no, I'm saying this could be a match made in heaven.
No, you know what, Tom?
Yes.
I just wanted to thank Mark because you weren't there one day, and this was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And your painters. Who's that guy you always talk so nicely about?
Steve the painter?
Yeah, he does all kinds of stuff.
I'm not sure I'm not sure.
But you talk about him. He does indoor construction.
Oh, Genesis.
Yes.
Genesis Total Exteriors.
Mark Shemansky.
He's a great guy.
You know what? Listen to this. I was talking to Mark.
Yeah.
And I told them they were having some kind of contest. I forget exactly what it was. It was something about I don't know if it was about your age or what.
Yeah.
But I happened to call in, and he was going to take, I don't know, the first 3 callers or something. I don't remember, but he was so kind. And they came out, Genesis, and they came in with 2 workers. Can you believe this?
And what did they do?
They painted my kitchen, my hall. They painted my bathrooms.
Did they give you a good deal?
Yeah. Guess what?
What?
It was free.
Free?
Yeah.
I think I remember Marie, that's wonderful to hear. That's Genesis Total Exteriors. I tell you, Mark is a great guy. We have to take this quick break because we are simply running out of time. Hold on.
That is so nice. So now I got Simply Floors out of the way.
This thing I got is really nice too. A lot of people stepped up.
I need, okay, which one? Which one do you have? I need, no, just tell me this case.
Yeah. What is it? He left his car to steering wheel.
Okay, that's all you need to know. The stereo.
And I got an update on the guy in the hotel. I went there yesterday.
Okay, hotel guy. Okay, hold on, hotel guy.
It's not pretty. Once again, I get
okay, fine. Just fine.
Hey, we've got a homeless guy. Send him to Mark.
He's got a spidey sense, Mark does.
Hey, what happened to that guy that called? Did you get anything?
Don't preview it. I don't like talking about it.
We'll talk about it.
I do that.
I went there yesterday.
Because I don't want to
keep it fresh.
Yeah. So, Dan, I got you a date, baby. Come on, knuckle.
She doesn't look her age. She sounded so sweet.
I know.
I loved her.
She sounded like
she does. She has an older voice.
Yeah. I mean, she sounded like a little old lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a neighbor.
But she said the guys at church are geeks. That was adorable. No, she needs a real
Church of Scientology.
That's it. You gotta have money. They don't want you on a fixed income there. They make you run up. No, they make you run up your credit cards and liquidate your retirement.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Wouldn't you think a guy like who's the actor and stuff that really is big in it?
Cruise, Tom Cruise.
No, Tom. You're also him, but the other guy, the older guy, a little older.
Not Travolta.
Travolta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little.
Well, he's just a little older.
Little, maybe. Yeah.
Travolta?
Tom Cruise is not young
Travolta's
anymore.
Probably what, 65?
Travolta was in.
No way. Is he?
Travolta was in Grease.
Right.
Right.
60. I'm gonna say 60.
Travolta or who?
Look him up. He's older
I'm
now.
saying Cruise is probably 50.
Okay,
Travolta's
so they're
in
like
his
10
60s.
years apart.
I'll bet you Travolta's in the 70s.
63.
Who?
Travolta.
And then how about Cruise?
Okay.
28.
He's getting divorced now, Travolta.
55.
He's had a lot of scandalous rumor, bad behavior with the male masseuses.
With male masseuses?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Travolta house?
Oh yeah, Google it.
I don't want to Google it.
John,
I don't like it.
I know.
You can see the photos.
Years. It's been years. It's always been just kind of a little trickle.
There's been rumors that he's gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the singer with
busted my ball?
the really big lips?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Not that from
Vinny.
Stones?
Yeah.
Vinny
Barbarino.
Vinny Barbarino.
Oh, that's right.
Up your nose with the rubber hose.
Who's the Stones?
Mr. Carter.
The which one? The
Rolling Stones?
Mick Jagger.
Well,
Buddy.
but I think he just tried everything.
Buddy.
Right?
Yeah, he was
Buddy.
a equal opportunity.
Buddy,
Equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Richards?
No, but he wanted young
magazine.
boys.
A year ago,
to
talking
come
about
back.
he got on heroin when he was 14.
Yeah.
He's still on heroin.
Buddy Fay. No, not Buddy Fay. What the hell is the guy's name? Who was the promoter?
Oh.
Well, I have read.
Something to say.
I think I read that
Very
book.
fair.
You know that book
He
from
was
the
telling me that
60s
he
called
could
Junkie by
want
William S. Burroughs.
high school boys.
He was one of the
before.
Right, he was older.
You know, what do they call that when you order your
and he
food
was a
and shit
junkie
before you
for
show
a
up?
long time, and so he went into like the science
Behind
of
the
it all.
concert.
What hurts you is overdosing or not having it and the withdrawals. But if you're rich and famous and you can, you have a steady supply, I don't think it's that bad for your body. It's the ODs and then the
the street heroin is very rat poison.
And
Yes, it is.
fentanyl.
Believe
What's
it.
happening now is fentanyl is like a synthetic heroin that's a million times stronger.
Isn't it what killed?
Strychnine opens up the blood vessels.
Oh.
Isn't it what killed Michael Jackson, or was it?
Oh no, that was the yeah, the milk of amnesia they called it because it's white and cloudy.
Because that's what milk.
But now they're cutting the street heroin with carfentanil, which is an animal tranquilizer, and it's so dangerous that if a cop touches it, it can kill him.
Why are you so?
I've been reading and watching stuff about it.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Art of Granite. It truly is an art. If you're looking for granite, Art of Granite.
They were at our house yesterday.
The way they do business, you know how so many places you have to make an appointment, they won't give you a price. You call him up, you show him a photo, give him some measurements, he'll give you a price, and it's pretty close. Then, of course, he wants to look at the place, or you want to look at specifics. When you look at specifics, then he gives you another price, which is permanent. He'll come out and template and do everything within 1 to 4 weeks. Everything will be done. Mitch Fleury is the owner. We love him. He's a great guy. Now, does he still make personal calls?
You know, I was hoping to see Mitch yesterday. He does, but nope, he sent out his guy. I tell you, most of his guys...
He's gotten very busy, and thank goodness, because people are believing us.
Well, most of his guys have been with him 7+ years. I mean, this is the real deal.
Yeah. Artofgranite.net, he serves the mountain communities, also Front Range, 7 days a week, okay? So give him a call. It all starts there, and he will give you prices. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. Let me reset here. We have a troubleshooter show, a consumer advocacy show where we solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, and all you have to do is call for free help. If you know anyone in distress, please let them know about us. Now, we'd love to have them as listeners, but they don't have to be a listener to get help, and all they have to do is call. Now, if we're not on the air, you wonder, where should I call? Just remember this all the time. It's 303-MARTINO. 303-627-8466. So it's 303 Martino. So let's talk. We have Gigi Wink with us from Wink and Wink. She and her husband, Wink and Wink, they do bankruptcies, and I've always thought Wink and Wink was the weirdest name in the world for a law firm that does bankruptcies. It just seems wink, wink.
Right.
It just seems weird to me. Did you ever get jokes about it?
I always said that we needed to meet another married couple of lawyers with the last name Nudge, and then we could be Wink, Wink, Nudge, Nudge.
That would be funny. Okay, listen.
You said someone put something on Facebook.
Yes.
That you were going to ask.
I want to talk about that, but I want to follow up with Clint. Clint has some follow-ups. A guy took his car in to have stereo work done, and he went into a coma.
Yeah.
His dad,
this is crazy.
His dad could not get the car, and no one from the stereo place would release the car. You can't blame them. They don't know. And he couldn't get a power of attorney because his son is in a coma. So we sent Deputy Clint on this. By the way, if you want to get in, we have open lines. It's a weird week this week, so you can get in with anything. I'm going to give you a follow-up on this, but here's what I want to tell you. I'll let you get in with why am I special, why I'm special. You get to brag about yourself or your product free of charge. Then you can call and do Hit and Get, which I took from Tom from years ago. He's a talk show host. He called it Hit and Get, where for 15 seconds you can say anything you want, and I'm not going to butt in. And it's kind of like an on-air review or whatever you want, or a rant. And then something else, and that is what chafes my rear. Somebody said we should do that again, so we're going to do that. We're going to have some fun. But of course, you can always call with your problems, questions, and complaints. But so many people are discombobulated this time of year. So, Clint, what happened with the stereo guy? He takes his car in, he goes into a coma, and they couldn't get his car.
Well, he had no heirs. That wasn't his dad. That was Roger Stokes
friend.
was a friend of his.
Oh.
This thing involves so many people that had to do the right thing. I thought it was just hopeless. But Denver Health stood up, and they got a letter out to them. They got another guy that
letter out to who?
To the stereo warehouse.
Oh!
Of the guy's condition.
Very good.
They did that. Another friend of Leonardo's got a statement of release from liability, and Stereo Warehouse stepped up and didn't charge him a dime of storage for having that car for a month.
That's awesome.
That is really cool, Clint.
A lot of people had to do the right thing, and they all did.
Clint takes a lot of these weird cases, man. I got to admit this, and he gets it done somehow. What else do you have? Anything? Did you call to see on that guy with his motorhome? Did you call any other dealers to see if they will if they do warranty work on Jayco?
No, I haven't had a chance to yet.
Let's do that, too, because he has a Jayco, and he doesn't like this dealer in Golden, he said, right, in Camping World. He doesn't like him, but he thinks he has a defective roof and bathroom wall and propane leak outside, so we'll figure that out.
I know that manager there, and I got a friend that works there. So
all right, what other follow-up?
Hey, Tom, I got a good one. Mark went to that hotel yesterday for Gil, who called in.
Okay, we're going to talk about that in a little while, but let me tell you about Gil's story. Gil called and said, look, you know, I don't have to be a Teflon man, or whatever he kept saying, but he says, listen, I felt bad for the guy. He said, I lost my wife to cancer. I was her caregiver. That's why I lost my job at Martin Marietta?
There was a job after that, but at one point he worked for Martin Marietta.
Then he said he eventually lost his place, his live, and he's at a hotel. He needs a few $1,000, or no, almost 1,000.
He said 900.
900, that's right, to get back on his feet, and he would pay me back. He's got a job coming up. He used to be an engineer, and now he's going to be something else, or an insurance salesperson. And, you know, he sounded like a really neat guy that we could help, but Mark says it's not always as it seems, so we'll talk about that coming up. Meanwhile, our number, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You can get right through. If you're thinking about orthodontics, please check out Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ for your kids or for you. Now, there are slightly different systems, but they can all be summarized as the new orthodontics. If you have children, they wear these graduated mouthpieces at night to straighten their teeth, widen their palate, align their jaw. It helps them with all kinds of problems because it really straightens their jaw and widens their palate. When it's time for braces after wearing these mouthpieces, they wear them for a third of the time, sometimes half the time, or sometimes not at all. That's how wonderful it is. Now listen to this. That whole treatment is cheaper than traditional orthodontics. So call as early as you can in their lives. Now he does the same thing for adults, essentially, but he does everything for adults in 2 years. Think about that. And that cures sleep apneas and TMJ because he's widening the palate while he's straightening your teeth. It's amazing. And, you know, for an adult to get straight, beautiful smile costs what, like 50, 60 grand with veneers. Just the front teeth with veneers can cost 20. So with this, you can get it for a fraction, and I mean a fraction of the cost. So 303-690-0100, 303-690-0100. Kent Lawson, Dr. Kent Lawson, the new orthodontics at Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ.
What jet? Rodriguez just got a brand new G5.
Who is he?
Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, the ball player?
Yeah.
I didn't think.
A-Rod.
Is he still with J-Lo?
How much do you think that is? A brand new
30
Gulfstream 5
or more. Let me just say something, and this is a statement of fact. No one, and I mean no one in the world, is it practical to own that aircraft or a jet. No one. You could, for the amount, no matter how much you fly.
I disagree.
You could. Well, you can disagree all you want.
CEO of Boeing. CEO of Boeing.
What about to own a jet? Why?
Because he sells the jets. Everywhere he goes, he's selling them.
NetJet, is that what you're going to talk about?
No, I'm talking about you can charter jets, you can fly cheaper. Yeah. Even if you don't like the public, like celebrities, you could literally charter an entire jet, not an airline, but a jet, and get there cheaper and add up all the costs, the cost of ownership is absolutely prohibitive. It's prohibitive. And these people that say, oh, well, you know, it's practical, I fly so much. Never, ever. AOPA did the Aircraft Owners Pilots Association did a study. The cost per hour on the average was like, I mean, you thought it was like 15.
But wait a minute, wouldn't that be the same with any aircraft then?
No.
Wouldn't it be much cheaper as often as you fly to rent a helicopter than actually own a helicopter?
You can't rent helicopters most of the time. They won't rent them unless you have thousands of hours or you have special insurance.
But I'm saying you still would have the hangar. You would. I mean, you wouldn't have any other cost.
An aircraft, yes. Helicopters are a weird animal because you can't just rent them, and rental is so expensive. But it's almost never. If you just want to fly for recreation here and there, I can think it's definitely cheaper to rent. Wouldn't you say? You can rent a freaking easily.
Working your way up. The flight schools will rent you a plane.
People who own aircraft don't do it because it's practical.
Mine one, he's at the dealership, so he went and bought a new vehicle with a trade-in on Tuesday.
And what happened?
They called him 2 days later and said, we think you owe more. We don't think this trade-in is worth what you said, so you owe us $2,000. So he's at the dealership. Now they're saying he owes $2,250.
That's the craziest.
I've never heard one thing that's weird though about aircraft. The only other thing is, not with jets, chartering jets, but renting aircraft, they're trashed, man. People just
like a rental car, shitty.
But they're not trash mechanically, but you know what I mean. They're it's
great.
like, but jets, charter jets. Oh my God,
It's so nice.
I looked into what it costs to charter. It's so much cheaper than owning.
NetJet?
Not even NetJet, just any
Just
charter.
a charter.
NetJet's a pretty big one though.
Yeah, and FlexJet too.
And they have enough
Is that
units
what
to
you
where
mean, FlexJet?
you'll always be able to grab one.
You know,
Yeah, but some people want their. I mean, you know that. Some people want their own jet.
But I'm talking about privacy. You can rent even one jet for yourself. But you're right. It's ego, though. I know it's ego. It has to be. There's no reason you can't.
Look at that plane Trump had, man. What was that?
Oh
thing?
my God! He had an airliner.
Literally.
Literally. But John Travolta does too. John Travolta
he
has an
does.
airliner. And also, who else?
The Beatles had one.
Who else? The guy. He keeps it here in Pueblo.
No.
Forbes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
It's cheaper.
The other one
Or it
is
used to.
who's the guy that just died? Hugh Hefner had the Playboy one.
what's the girl?
Bunny.
Oh, I'm trying to think of her name.
Okay.
Girl country singer. She has a big jet.
But if you want something the size of, where do you rent something the size of Trump's jet? You know, no one rents those, right?
No, Bunch of Sisters.
Bunch of
Airline?
Yeah.
Country Western.
Not that. And they have them. They have them. Mark. They have them like a whatchamacallit.
California.
Yeah.
Jet up.
Yeah.
Like a RV. They have like
Fly up to skiers.
Oh, yeah.
From course. And they fly back to home wherever they are.
Interesting.
Just to fly that.
Interesting.
It's nuts.
No, that's.
You know the.
Well, I'll tell you, these princes sure marry
rental airplanes are kind of trashed out.
Okay.
Oh, but they're required to have an annual.
He looks like,
$100.
we've already said that, he looks like the quarterback of a...
Okay. Do you know how much these jets are?
Which one?
$50 million.
Wow.
The one that's, what's his name, bought?
30 to 50 million.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you're not going to skip out on a jet.
Jesus Christ.
Is that like a G500?
How can that ever pay? The cost of money, Mark. How could that ever pay? You have that money time. Well, of course, if you're really smart, you're going to finance the damn thing.
Right.
Still, who's going to?
His contract was
I think
$250 million.
Billionaires.
Wow.
Rush had a $34 million. They want their own stuff. They want it when they want it, when they want it, how they want it.
Yep.
This goddamn jet. Look,
beautiful,
you can outfit that cabin.
It says it seats 14.
Wow. Early 2000.
Hi, Tom Martino. You're a troubleshooter. Let's go to Bob. We have lines open if you want to get in. Like I said, it's a weird week. We'll let you talk about why you're special or do a rant for 15 seconds or what chafes your hide. Also, of course, our consumer problems, questions, and complaints. Hey, Bob, what's going on?
Okay, well, I bought a car Tuesday night from Emmett, and a used car for $28,500.
$28,500?
Right.
What did you buy?
It was a XTS Cadillac, 2017, with 8,000 miles on it.
Okay.
I traded in an Impala LTZ 2014. They assessed the value at $16,273.
Okay.
We made the deal. I gave him a cash check for $13,222.80
for the difference.
For the difference. Took the car home. The next day, I get a call from the used car manager here, and they say, "Hey, there was some undisclosed damage."
Ah.
And so the undisclosed damage is the car did have some hail damage that I repaired out of my own pocket several years ago. That was done. They said that had to be disclosed at the time.
Why did you do your own repair? Curiously,
it just wasn't worth turning into insurance.
Okay.
And
here's what I'm going to tell you. There's a couple situations where a dealer can come back even though you signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay? One of them is when the payoff is different than they calculated. No matter what it is, if it's different, they leave themselves open. Okay? The next one would be if there is undisclosed damage of any kind. And I think they put that in there on purpose. Well, they put that in there to protect themselves, but it also gives them an out, even if it's minor collision. Even if it's minor, it doesn't matter. If your contract says it. But if it doesn't say it, I mean, I think it does, but you need to ask them, where does it actually say that?
It does.
Okay.
I signed an affidavit of representation regarding trade-in.
What is the different, now how much do they want now?
Well, so yesterday they said they want $2,000 more.
Okay.
And I said, well, you know, I'm not happy. At the time, I didn't know that they had the right to do this. Subsequently, I found out they do.
Yeah, of course. But I think hold on, but I also think, even though there might be case law on it, I don't know of any law on it, but it would seem to me, what if they were really ridiculous? Because it doesn't say how much more they're allowed to charge you. What if they said, you didn't disclose the damage, we want $10,000 more. There should be an out for you.
Right. Well, they offered for me to bring the car back.
Oh, good. Okay, then they're doing everything right. They're doing everything right.
The only, and that's why I called to get your opinion. Now, when I came here, this is what I'm at now. I'm actually at the dealership now, and I came in to give them the $2,000, and then they upped it by $273.
But why?
Said, wow, you know,
but why?
Because what happened was when we negotiated on the price, I actually negotiated the original price of the $28,500 down $273, right? When I came in, they said, to actually finalize and do the paperwork, they said, we're just going to add that to your trade. And so you're going to see on your purchase price $28,500. So they're taking that off the table.
Yeah,
and
I understand.
So then I have to look at, okay, so it isn't $2,000 now, it's $227,300.
Yeah, so you just have to decide, listen, they're giving you an out, you have to decide if you want to pay the money or not. Like I said, they're not doing anything wrong. You know, first, let's ask some questions straight up. Do you expect them, or do you think that they should absorb the loss in market value if there is a $2,000 loss? I don't know if there is or not. Bob, they may have just found this and said, you know what? Let's just goose them for more money. It could. I'm serious, by the way. They may have found an excuse, or it could be that it is worth less. I don't personally think if it was that minor of hail damage. First of all, this is the biggest question in the world. The biggest. Was it paintless dent repair you had done, or was it body shop?
A paintless dent repair.
Okay, then I cannot see a $2,000 loss. How much did it cost you to fix?
$2,500.
Oh, then it must have been, well, I don't know. Mark, do you think there's a loss of value when they fix it like that?
I don't know. How did they find out? Can you still see it? Was it a crappy job?
How did they find out?
Well, there was some dings on the trim.
Oh, well, okay. Now we're just getting deeper. I think you should do whatever you feel like. You're in the driver's seat, and pun intended. So, you know, if you're asking me, are they wrong? No, I wouldn't fight for you. I'd say pay the money, especially because you didn't disclose it. Aaron, what's happening with you, Aaron? 303-713-TALK is our number. Gigi Wink is with us from winkandwink.com. Hey, what's going on, Aaron?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
I just want to tell you on behalf of the city of Denver, thanks for...
You're the spokesperson.
Thanks for keeping a scumbag.
Thank you, man.
Good work, you and Mark and everybody. Mark's actually good for you because he keeps you in line.
I think he is. I think, I like when we disagree. It's fun. Also, I love when I can take time off, and I don't think we miss a beat. So what's going on?
He does a good job. Hey, man, I wanted to know if you guys knew anything about an online payment program called Zelle.
Zelle, as in Z-E-L-L-E?
Yes. Yeah, I had one of your referral members want me to pay him with Zelle, and I was just wondering out of curiosity if you know about it.
I don't know enough about it to make an intelligent assessment. I just know it's an online thing. And they do it, it's supposed to be protection for both of you.
Okay.
Let's see how it works according to the site. It says here, forget running to the ATM or mailing a check with Zelle. There's a new way to move money. Backed by the nation's leading banks and credit unions. What that means is they let them do it. They interface. It doesn't mean they... Okay, you can send and receive money with peace of mind without hassle. I don't understand, Mark. Why would they do that instead of online credit card?
Maybe it's cheaper than a wire. Maybe there's you're not paying the charges, the 2-3% on a credit card. I don't know.
But that's all it says here. And frequently asked questions. Did you look it up online?
I did, yeah, and I just kind of saw their website and wanted to explore it a little bit.
What referral list member was it?
Got it or not. I'm sorry?
What referral list member?
Oh, man, he's a roofer. He's up in Thornton.
I'd just be curious what's the benefit to him?
I wanted to call him and ask why he likes it. It might be something we should promote. I don't know.
Hey, well, then the owner's name is Todd. He's off your referral list. He's
okay, a Thornton roofer.
Yeah, but the title of his company doesn't have roofing in it. It's construction or something like that. Gosh, I can't remember. I wish I could remember it. But I'm doing.
Did he give you a reason? Did he say anything about it?
No, he just said it's really convenient for him.
Okay.
And you know, if I didn't want to wait for the check to clear or anything, I could just do it. Basically, it's a cashier's check online is how he described it.
Well, it's an ACH. That's all it is. An ACH. There's no such thing as a cashier's check online. It's either ACH'd or not. Automated clearinghouse. That's all it is. It's an electronic transfer. They just gave it a fancy name. I just don't even understand the purpose because you can do a draft without that. You can go on your account and do a draft.
I think it just because it's easy. You pull up the app and pick the person and it sends it to their bank account.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing a whole bunch of things, man. I got to...
It's interesting.
I'm trying to sell my house, and I'm doing a whole bunch of things using nobody but referral list members.
Good. You know what, Aaron? Great.
Use Frankie. Use Frank.
No, yes.
Frank is my realtor.
Good man.
Him and his team bend over backwards.
Oh.
I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it to a house showing one time, and they went for me. I was out of town, and they went to the house, took pictures, took measurements, and say, Aaron, is this the house you want?
Is that incredible? You know, I'm serious. When I talk about Frank Duran, the real estate man, I mean it. Don't you feel truly like, hey, do you have any other customers?
No, and you know what? He's not just Frank Duran, the real estate man. He's just the man. I mean, he is a guy you could just call. He's your go-to guy, man.
A friend. And through the whole process. Aaron, I so appreciate you. Listen, he's using all referral list members. We got to get him in as a common man.
Get that man a T-shirt.
Yeah, get that man some swag, okay? Suzanne, she's on the phone. But we'll get him some swag and get him as a common man. Also, Frank Duran, if you're wondering his number, 303-920-1622. 303-920-1622. Lori says she uses Zelle all the time. Lori, hold on. We have to take this break, but I really would love talking about Zelle, especially if you use it. I love talking about stem cell therapy, too, because I am a believer in stem cell therapy, also prolotherapy and PRP. I love alternatives to surgery, of course. Now, the thing I love about Centeno Schultz, they're MDs, and they use real living stem cells they harvest from your bone marrow, and then they inject it in the troubled areas using guided injections, imagery, and that's what you should insist on. MDs, registered nurses, true living stem cells, and guided injections through imagery. And Centeno Schultz does all of that. They have a 14,000 patient data bank because they were among the first clinics in the entire country. Dr. Chris Centeno says he's the first doc to use it in a clinical setting like this. Call the best, 303-963-9999. 303-963-9201 for an evaluation. 303-963-9201.
I think Mike's gonna call them. My husband. He's got a bad knee. Oh, too bad knee.
Oh, really?
What? Who's we talking about?
ACL or contract? No, he's not. He's a contract.
No, but we can do that. There's no exclusive in contracting. Not with general contracting.
When they're real here, 90% of them,
Down there.
they're real
Down there.
90% of them.
Horrible.
I know
That's
it's killing me.
scary.
I know, that's why I got shit I gotta do today. I can get his,
Are you gonna go see your
Cool.
stuff? I was like, see if anything.
That's awesome.
You know what, let's,
the single most important thing to happen.
if you can leave right after,
We need to know it.
right after.
Right, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is
I'll
you
maybe
gotta
tomorrow.
weed through,
Yeah, Tom was, he had him in here and I got it little.
yeah, to realize like, wait a minute,
Okay, quick.
there's a right way and a wrong
Very
way.
good.
My
He's right over it.
live it over.
He's basically like 2 minutes
He
from,
does these,
what's the mall exit on Bash, stuff like that.
County line.
County line.
State.
That's awesome. Man.
I just talked to him too, I gotta understand, I don't understand what this,
They're charged, the state's charged.
they call it a
Yeah, that's terrible.
back end
That's so
raw.
scary.
Back in what?
Raw.
What, your HSA?
No, the HSA I just got set up, I gotta go get that done. That's gotta be funded by the end of the year. The SEP and the other stuff I can fund just before the taxes.
What does Gil want? Gil, who's Gil? Make sure Tom and Mark take a look at my...
That's the guy I went and saw in the hotel, he's just plumb nuts. I mean, read that, I don't even understand what the hell he's saying.
303-963-9201 and on my referral list at referralist.com. This is not an offering to sell franchise.
And I agree. And then why was he living?
Well, let's talk about it.
I will, Mark.
It's an incredible, weird thing.
You do got to
For my daughter to text me, I had no
Mark,
scholarship.
what's this? Starts at 4.8. What one is that?
$26 million.
Oh, the Honda.
Oh, look at the pictures of those. That's why I sent it to you.
Honda makes a beautiful jet.
Look at that, 500 miles per hour.
Yeah.
You know, when they first came out, those things were 1.3. A fucking jet for... Actually, is that really... I mean, I know it's a jet, but...
No, it's
500 miles per hour, is that... What's a Lear do?
Lear's a lot faster.
But I mean, not a shitload.
No, hardly any of them. I mean, yes, 600 is the fastest ever you're going to go. But I think, you know, unless...
Like, what's an Airbus 320 fly at?
Okay, those do about 500.
Okay, so, I mean, that's a fast little sucker.
This is every bit as fast. These are faster than airliners. All the jets are. Because they go hot, they can go higher and faster. But this here is called there's a VLJ. It's called very light jet.
And that's what that is?
I think. Then there's the light jet.
Can one person fly that? Or do you have to have a
No,
co-pilot?
I think if it's SP rated, that means they put controls in such a that you can, and it has to have an autopilot. But that might not be a light jet. But a Cirrus, for example, is a light jet. This one looks like 4 passengers only.
It's gorgeous, though,
But
isn't it?
yeah, it's got to be more than a 4 passenger.
Oh, it's just...
It'll tell you.
Well, it's 6 because you have 2.
Well, you have the pilot and co-pilot. Well, pilot and a co-pilot seat. So it's a beautiful.
I know for 4.8, I mean that's fully decked.
No, I mean that's beautiful.
But the reason I sent it to you, cost of ownership on something like that would make sense, wouldn't you?
More so
if
than,
you were traveling.
Yeah, more so than those other ones. Oh my God!
If you're banging out from here to say Arizona, weekly.
My daughter makes a
So
living writing.
when I'm browsing this, I get something about tax deductions and stuff. The new Trump plan, it pops up. The ad.
Well, you know why? Because you can buy a corporate jet now and write off the whole fucking jet. You don't have to, write it off over 12 years.
I've always loved Honda. Oh my God, dude.
And it's a great name.
I've seen one, but I heard that you can't get them.
No, the pre-order.
Yeah. There's people selling their number in line.
Really?
Ford GT has that same issue.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Gigi Wink is here. I hope you never need her. Gigi is a bankruptcy attorney. I hope you never need John Fuller. He's a personal injury attorney. John Fuller, Fuller Law. I think you should always call, always, a personal injury attorney when an injury is involved with more than you know, with other people or a premises or a car, truck. Always. It costs you nothing. And John Fuller is so honest and so straightforward. He's not going to try to convince you to sign up unless he knows he can do you benefit, even after his commission or whatever they call it, the legal fees, because they only collect if you collect. But here's the deal. You can call him and it'll cost you nothing to review the case. John Fuller, 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. It's personalinjuryco.com. Lori, you use Zelle all the time, you say. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear about it. What business are you in?
Yeah, hi Tom.
Hi.
No, I don't use it for business. I use it with my hairstylist.
Okay.
You know, typically I write him a check.
Uh-huh.
And we both bank on Wells Fargo, and I just put his phone number in, and I put in the amount that I want to send. I press send, and it goes right to him. It just
so you don't have to fill out an ACH, like an account and a routing number and all of that.
No.
Is there any fees?
No.
But
Now,
you both have to be signed up on it.
Correct, but I don't know how it works if people are on a different bank. Now that I don't know.
Well, on the website it says, you know, it listed every major bank's on there.
Now, I think if you're a member, here's what I think. If you're a member, and this is a great idea the more I think about it, if you're a member, you have a phone number. That would be your ID number since you say it's a phone number base. Now, with that phone number, you don't have to put in routing numbers or account numbers because they match it to his phone number. So you just say, I want to pay, you know, 303 such, and it goes to that account.
Yeah, it's quick and simple.
And it's a record of which number it came from. So I can
But
see
how do
that.
they make money?
Oh,
There's got to be a reason.
There are fees somewhere. I mean, somebody is taking something on something. Does he say anything at all about fees? Did he ever mention it?
No, in fact, I look at my account, and again, we're at the same bank. But I look at my account, and it just shows that X amount went to him.
Does it show up as an ACH? It does, right? As an
you know, Tom, that I don't know, but it just showed a transfer to him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just really convenient, and especially if you were going to write a check, and it makes the funds immediately available. It's like me putting actual cash.
It actually says on their website, Zelle doesn't charge a fee to send or receive.
Well, then what the hell?
Why are they doing it is what I'm more curious now.
Do the banks pay to have it done, or the contractors? Does
I don't
he
know.
pay? Does your hairdresser, I wonder, pay a membership fee?
He does not. He does
No,
not.
it says send
All right,
or receive.
Whenever you can't figure out how people make money, it makes me nervous. It does. It makes me nervous. Todd, what about you? And by the way, we haven't forgotten about this story about the guy in the hotel that called us homeless, who lost his wife to cancer. And well, he's not homeless, he's in a motel, but he needs money to catch up, and he has a job, and his whole story sounded so good. And I loved the idea of helping him, but then Mark went and saw him and says it's a little different. We're going to talk about it. So Todd, what about Zelle? What do you know?
Yeah, this is Todd Kerrigan. I own High Plains Contracting.
Okay. Yes, sir. Hi.
And, I use it for my clients, and like the previous caller was saying, all I have to do is put the client's email into the app or from my bank. I pull up my bank app on my phone.
Right.
Do the drop-down menu, hit Zelle transfer, enter the client's email. The client gets an email, they follow the prompts and sign up, and boom, the money's transferred.
So, Todd, you are charged nothing to do this?
No, there's no fees involved. It's
Wow.
the same as...
Thank you. Now, listen, we're running out of time otherwise, but I want to tell you, thank you for being one of the trusted contractors on Referral List, High Country Contracting. Thank you very much. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. We'll talk about the hotel or motel man. Luxury and value to brag about. Get your money out of a magazine.
It's got to be sitting on the cash for a little period of time.
Right. Or the bank is paying something so because it's cheaper than a check, processing a check. You know, it's a wire transfer versus.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. The banks pay.
I just don't agree with you. Unless they're just trying to get their name out there,
Instantly
then
an
they'll start
account, it
charging.
doesn't sit there long enough for them to earn interest on it.
Winners will be selected to play a festive holiday game and win up to $500 cash or fan flag. Receive 1 free entry, plus earn additional entries with play.
I think I'm gonna look into it. I learn something so cool
Yeah,
every day.
it's
Every
totally
day.
true.
I don't understand how they make money.
It could be one of those like lost leader and stuff, and
All inside
they're
information to
hoping
help you, the
it gets
consumer.
big.
Every Saturday
and
from
then
9 a.m. right here on
start
Talk
charging.
Radio 630 KHAP. The Consumers Real Estate Show, Saturday mornings at 8 on 630 KHAP.
This is Denver's talk station. More with Martino after the news on 630 KHAP and iHeart Radio Station, KHOW Denver.
Could be a late night on Capitol Hill on Lisa Brady.
Oh.
Fox News. Congress working on
It says
a short-term spending bill to avoid a government shutdown.
$20 to the dog walker, $50. I love it. I'm going to download it. I absolutely think it's wonderful.
I know, but you're not going to get your points that you don't normally get.
Extends the children's health
Right.
insurance program.
Oh yeah, you're right. Why the hell would I ever use it?
Right.
House Democratic leader
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Lunch?
docket for
I'm learning from the best.
At least a lunch.
No, actually, the banks do love it. I wonder if you're right, and the banks are paying.
Right. What is the
versus people who check?
I mean, they're doing like $17 billion. So I mean, there's a lot of money moving. It's real time though, so they don't sit on it. It says here it's real time.
Ambassador Nikki Haley says the U.S. is being singled out and won't forget it.
And it's that quick. It's just like, I mean, check takes days. Credit card, he's got to pay his 3%.
Okay, banks began laying the technical infrastructure for Zelle in 2011.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
To pay even more and to use
It's fairly clunky.
So Zelle, Z-E-L-L-E, huh? Is the name? I thought it was Z-E-L-L.
They hoped it would be a moneymaker, with customers paying fees for the convenience of moving their cash around. But the banks moved slowly, and competitors flooded in, offering free bank-to-bank transfer.
Oh.
Customers typically pay a fee of about 3%.
in overdose deaths
Make
nationwide.
payments with credit cards. To keep up, the banks have been forced to match their rivals' price tags. Free.
The average
So banks are doing it too?
years old for a baby born today.
Early warning.
Because if it was in Wells Fargo, they're both in Wells Fargo, you could do it bank to bank. Very simple.
Yeah.
The opioid crisis.
But,
That's true.
Fox News is fair and balanced.
It's the final days of the Ford year-end sales
Zelle's interface is good down and simple.
Last chance to
If you're a contractor, you can say, hey, here's $100, let's use.
I love the idea. I love the idea, but you're right. I wouldn't have a benefit because then I don't get my 2%. I get 2% on everything I buy.
Right,
Yeah, right.
But say you did a rough 15 grand. The guy says, and I'm not going to take credit card.
Well, I'd ask up front. Anybody that's ever told me they won't take a credit card, when I tell them, well, okay, I'll find someone else, they don't take a credit card. They don't want to take a credit card, but everybody has the ability to take them now. You probably never take credit
We
cards.
don't. They really don't allow it. We've been kicked off merchant services twice because they don't want you charging a bankruptcy. That's fraud.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
But so the Zelle would work for you,
Yeah, it actually might.
because it's so much faster than like a check.
Yeah.
And you got to go do a check or at least take a picture and stuff, and it takes several days.
I'm going to talk to Mike about it because we did find one that said they would do it, but they were going to hold like $90,000 of our money. It was like ridiculous.
For a credit card.
For credit cards.
How about something like QuickBooks?
Yeah, we've never done that. I think you need a merchant servicing.
No, I'm saying
account
they
to do
have
that.
one with QuickBooks.
Yeah, they
wouldn't let you.
no. But this one, we'll look into it. But it's been like almost 9 years of doing it this way.
Right.
It's good.
But if you just get it's faster for them, and let me tell you, checks, there's a lot of fraud.
Yeah,
There are. People can paint the check.
I think it's insane. No, there's nothing. What do you mean? It's crazy.
They want to get out.
I have no idea what you're talking
I bet you. I wonder what it costs a bank to
Right,
process
to
a check.
do that. Right.
What do you think it costs a bank to process a check? $10.
Nothing anymore because they're all ACH.
A check? No, if you put it, say you give this guy a check and stuff, and then they gotta go pro.
Oh, you mean like, well, whatever the tellers
Right,
and stuff.
Right, well.
That's their cost.
233-4247.
Yeah,
Once it's entered in, it's done.
For a 50% discount on your.
And then the
I mean,
fraud.
I can deposit, you know, I can take a picture of a check and
Right,
deposit.
and then the fraud of checks, you know, people paying a check, you know, keeping it and,
Well, checks are, I mean, they're pretty much gone. I think like if you
go to a grocery store.
If you deposit a check in your bank, it's
Right.
not like that check ends up back at the other guy's bank like it used to. Years ago, you'd literally get your return checks, remember?
Right.
I mean, all that's
Right. Oh,
gone.
no, of course, that's gone. But you watch people in the grocery store, there's a lot of people still do checks.
Yeah, but when they go through that, like at King Soopers, that's it, it's done. It reads the checking account number and the amount, and that check never literally gets deposited, it's over.
Right. No, I know. It makes a picture and does all that stuff. All I'm saying is there's still people writing out checks.
Oh, I know. Like that lady that called in that you're going to be dating.
Oh, yeah.
You should have seen. We had to go out and measure this woman's butt.
But
Literally.
For circumference.
for a tub.
She couldn't fit through the
I
tub.
remember that.
So I'm sitting here, Dan. You know how awkward it is to say, "Ma'am, can you stand up, Dan? Please go measure her ass." He's like this over there, like this.
If you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by the Raleigh House, an addiction treatment center, multiple locations in the Denver area. It's spelled like Raleigh, North Carolina if you're looking for it online, raleighhouse.com, but they're here in the Denver area, and this is where they originated. And it was originally, I believe, on Raleigh Street. That's where it came from. We know the owners, the owner and the organizers, and this comes from the heart. A lot of these people have struggled with addiction over the years, and now their staff, they have wonderful stories. They're strong believers in the human spirit and the ability to rebound and to get out of trouble. They've started a line, a community helpline that you can call for information about addiction. That's what the whole idea is. We did this on purpose. We did this line, not for a sales line, you know, like call and roll now. No, for answers. Because when it comes to addiction, so few answers are out there. So you can ask anything you want. What is the treatment? How long does it take? Does insurance pay? What does it cost? And are there any scholarships? Or what about payments? Or what about the treatment itself at the Raleigh House or other places? What are the best kinds of treatments? What does the evidence show? Because the Raleigh House has all evidence-based treatments based on results to reduce substance abuse, whether it be alcohol, prescription drugs, hard illegal drugs. So they deal with mental health issues, the finances of it all. They deal with life's pressures. Check them out. If you call this number and you have an addict in your life, they'll help you approach that addict. They'll help you to get all the questions answered about habits and about how you can tell if someone has an addiction. And if you're an addict yourself, just call. And you will find a caring, loving staff. 720-893-5559. 720-893-5559. Now, Gil called yesterday, and, you know, look, we seek to help everyone. We really do. But we have to check people out. And Gil called, and I have him here. Hi, Gil. How are you?
Good.
Gil lives in a motel. He was a caregiver for his wife who had cancer, and as a result, he couldn't work. And then... do you get disability, Gil? Or did she get disability? What were you living on while you were her caregiver?
Yeah, she was receiving some.
Right. And you're waiting for survivor's benefits, and then you say you also are getting your insurance license so you can sell insurance. And you needed some money to get back on your feet. You got behind about $800 and or $900, and you wondered if we could help and you'd pay us back. And then you also said you have a job coming. And I really like your story. I mean, it sounds like somebody was trying to get ahead. And you kept saying, look, I've suddenly realized I don't have to do this alone. Maybe I should just ask for help, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So anyway, Mark said, you know what, Tom, and we always do this, Gil. I want you to know that. We we check out every story because we don't know who's calling us, and we're not just going to hand out money. In fact, sometimes we can't. We just don't have the money. Other times, we try to raise money with the help of others, and then we chip in. It depends on the circumstances. Like, with you, we sent Mark out. Did you go out, Dan? No, just Mark. Mark, you went out alone. That's very nice of you. You really felt like you needed to check this out. What do you what's going on, Mark? And
well, he's not there.
What do you mean he's not there?
He's not there. He got evicted from there the day before.
Well, okay.
Well, okay.
He said he was going to get evicted.
They won't let him back in. So then, of course, the question becomes, why would we possibly pay this hotel that's not going to let him back in?
Oh, we won't. Is that the main deal?
And, well, he was nowhere there. I went out there to meet him.
Okay.
And he's not even there.
Did he know you were coming?
I don't think so. But Gil's on 3.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Well, we asked him. We asked him for his room number and where can I go meet him. So I went to meet him, and he's gone.
Okay, so Gil.
Yes.
So obviously, we're not going to throw good money after bad. I mean, we're not going to pay a bill for you if you're evicted and it doesn't do you any good.
Right, but first, let's some clarity here. There wasn't any eviction. I was wanting to get it resolved with the organization, and I said, I'm just going to step away. And
well, you had to leave. You weren't paying, so you don't have to call it an eviction, but you can call it they locked you out. You know, did you get your stuff?
No, not yet. I haven't. No.
So it's still there.
She goes, well, we can get it back whenever we get everything arranged, I guess.
No, they can't hold your stuff hostage for payment.
Exactly.
Well, did they say that's what they were going to do?
I don't think that's what they're doing.
No, I don't think that. I'm not trying to discredit. I don't
know where he'd get. I don't even know what he's looking for. I mean, Gil, honestly, I don't understand.
He said he was looking for $900,
or else he'd get kicked out. But he was already kicked out
when he called.
When he called.
Were you at the motel when you called us?
No.
Yeah, on Monday. Yes.
No, you were at the library.
Okay. Yeah, I was at the library when I called yesterday, but when I originally set up communications with you guys, I was there.
You hadn't gotten kicked out yet.
Right, correct.
So where are you living now?
I'm not.
Are you in your car or?
No.
So I don't think he's got a car.
You don't have a car, Gil? What are you doing, man?
Well, I'm trying to put it all back together.
Where'd you sleep last night?
I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't?
He didn't.
Where were you physically last night? Where were you? You were somewhere.
You can't.
Okay, Gil, we are all agreeing that you're alive, you're breathing. Where were you after midnight last night?
At midnight I was down by Union Station.
Okay. Were you walking the streets all night?
Yeah, you have to. You can't in Denver. You can't lauder. You just have to walk.
So they have the shelters down there.
So did you try a shelter?
There's nothing available.
Where are you right now?
I'm at South Glen Library.
God, this is hard.
Yeah, I know it is. It's
Jeez.
It really, really is.
And I got to ask you, Gil. This is the part that I just can't wrap my brain around.
Okay.
Where he was, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Was the Marriott. It's $120 a night.
No, it's not. It's
okay, well then the manager just outright lies to me. I mean, I met with the manager who I know you've spoken to, and it's 100. She showed me your bill because I was going down there with the intention of keeping you in the room.
Were they giving you a special rate?
Well, yeah.
No, but hold on. It's the Marriott, okay? So, now...
Where? Downtown?
No, it's right down off of Hampden. I was there. It's yes, it's the Marriott. It's nice. Now, he's a platinum member with the Marriott, which means that he spends X amount in so many days per... How many... What is it? You know it, Gil. How many...
When did you become a platinum member?
Oh, it was years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, and how that works. Platinum, you get special rates. Like my rate would be, I negotiated a rate with the manager, and she goes, well, if you wanted to do a week, because I was going to study for my final test, state exam. She goes, well, we can do a week. What do we do? We could do around about $70, maybe $71.
So what do you do with? But listen, did you take your test?
No, I haven't taken it yet.
When is your test?
I was going to schedule it for the 26th, but I can't schedule it now. 26th of December.
You can't schedule it. Why?
Because I haven't finished completing studying for it yet, because I've been trying to resolve this issue.
I don't know what to do with him.
I don't either. But I feel badly for him.
Oh my God!
Gil, we're just, Mark is trying to shoot holes in the story, not because he doesn't like you. Because
no.
We want to.
I don't understand what. I don't know what's going on. I do know this. I don't think he's on drugs, and I don't think he's a drinker.
No.
I talked to people around there, and I talked to the manager. No one has ever seen any kind of behavior like that. So I think he's straight, but okay, I'm going to be straightforward. I think he's a little off-kill.
Why?
Well, because he's homeless staying at the Marriott.
Okay, right. He's not.
That's a pretty. You can go get a weekly place for X amount.
He's not sensible.
With a stove and other stuff. I don't understand what you're doing, Gil.
Yeah, Gil, that is kind of an. How long were you there?
About a week and a half.
Where'd you get the money to go there? Or you didn't pay a dime yet?
He checked in like you and I would check in, and you pay when you leave.
So you checked in, and you did not give them a credit card or anything?
Well,
he had a couple free nights because of his platinum status. He already built up a couple free nights.
Right.
Where were you before that?
Just really kind of like out and about trying to see.
But where were you?
He was in a different Marriott.
You're not.
He hesitates,
We're
Tom.
not. I know, and I don't mind you hesitating because we're putting you on the spot.
You knew that manager from a different Marriott, correct?
Well, yeah, that was years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah.
But now, what have you been doing recently? We're just trying to knit this together, Gil. Where were you? Like, where did you stay?
Here's what I'm afraid of. Let's say we get him a place for 2 or 3 weeks. Right. We pay for it.
Right.
Then what?
Will it do any good?
No good. That's what I'm saying. I can't wrap my head around this guy.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. I can understand. I know Mark gets fired up, and I can appreciate that. But
we all get fired up. We get fired up to help people. But Gil, you know what? We don't need any more. Honest to God, we don't need any more speeches. We just need answers, and we need to put together your story to find out if we can help you. And so, really, no matter what you say, we need answers. We need to know. Like your wife died how long ago?
It's been about almost a year ago.
Okay. So in the past year, have you ever had a place more than a month?
Yeah, just with a friend.
Okay.
A friend of mine.
So you were staying with a friend in the very beginning?
Right, for, about good 8 months or so.
Okay, that answers a lot. Okay. Did you have a falling out with that friend, or is it still good, or what?
It's still good, but her daughter had to move in.
Okay. Okay. What was the nature of that relationship? Just friends from long ago?
I knew a friend, and she was dating one of my best friends.
Okay.
Over here.
Okay. Now, do you have any other friends? I'm just exploring.
No, I do not, Tom.
Okay. So after you left there, where did you get money to do anything else? Like, even if you were in temporary hotels or motels, where did you get the money?
Well, just a few survival benefits.
Okay. So you get a couple grand a month, right?
Not almost, yeah.
Okay. All right. And then is that the only income you have? Have you tried for food stamps or anything?
Not yet, I haven't.
But there are a lot of people
even at a reduced rate, like he's saying. Now, once again, the manager told me 119. He just said 80.
70.
So if you have 2,000 coming in, why would you stay, Gil, at a place the math doesn't even go there?
Well, one reason probably is because you don't need a credit check, you don't need a security deposit, you don't need first month's rent.
You don't in these other weekly places where you pay, $500 and you stay there for a week or two. I mean, there's a million other things.
When is your next check coming in?
Probably about another week.
Another week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Right in the beginning of January, right?
Right.
Okay.
And my situation was I was working, interviewing with Comcast, and she said, well, maybe you start right away, and then they came back and they said,
yeah, but we don't need that, Gil. That doesn't matter. Like I said, that doesn't matter. Right now, I don't care about your stories because I believe you. I mean, it doesn't matter. We need to try to help you now, tonight, tomorrow. Like, what are you going to do? Like, where do you want to stay? Like, where would you stay? What part of town? Where's your test?
My test is going to be at Pearson View. And that's close to that's the Greenwood Village. It's right off the.
Okay. Do you use public transportation? Actually, Uber or Lyft is pretty inexpensive.
Yeah.
Do you have you don't have a cell phone?
No, but I'm trying to replace that. Just get a little cheap thing so I can have something.
Okay. Well, What is the cheapest, like, burner phone can you get? Just a little cheap phone, Mark. What is it? Do you know, Suzanne?
Oh, $29.
$29.
Okay.
In fact, we got one. But once again, I mean, I don't mind giving him a phone with some time on it, but
I just need to get him something so he can use. Really, I'm serious.
What are we trying to? What are we trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to do this. We get him a phone, a burner. I hate that name, burners, but you get him a phone so he can at least, seriously now, and I mean this, you can use it to get to places, because I don't think you'll do cheaper than Uber or Lyft. And then I'd like to see a place you could get for at least a month, or it's something cheap, or a couple weeks, just until you get your test, and you get your first check, and then maybe you can pay for the next, and we work together on getting you something more permanent. But Gil, just hold on, all right? Just hold on. This is distressing. We get a lot of calls from people like this. He's not completely off the cliff yet.
No, and I got to tell you, I don't. Once again, the biggest thing is I don't think he's a drug addict. I don't think there's issues like that there. But I still. What? It's just the damnedest thing that he's staying in the Marriott. No. My brain I want to hit my head against a brick wall.
In other words, it was no common sense. I understand that, Mark, but I don't know. Who knows? Hold on, and we'll talk to you right now. David Salisbury's with us to talk about. What he does. He is an estate attorney who does wills, trusts, probates. And if you don't have a will, what happens? That's the deal. If you don't have a will, that's the main thing. So one of the things we talk about is that scenario. So let's address it. David?
Well, what I want to address is the fact that if you don't have a will, who handles your estate? In Colorado, we call that person a personal representative. So if you die and there's no will, then the law has a pecking order as to who gets to do it. If you're married, it goes to your spouse. If you're not married and you have kids, it's your kids. But let me stop right there. How about if you have 3 kids and all 3 of them want to step forward and be personal representative? Well, you can have a big problem, at which point, if there's a conflict, the court will appoint someone, a third party, to be the personal representative. And all I can say is that, unfortunately, sometimes the court appoints someone that you would not want handling the estate.
It's always better to have a will.
Yes.
Even a simple will to name a representative and some heirs. I mean, but at least do something. And David, you always do initial consultations free of charge, and then he does flat rate pricing. I love how he works. He'll take a look at your situation, say, here's how much it is for a will. That's it. Done. I did that with a trust. It wasn't like, well, let's see, we'll do it by the hour and then we'll see how much it turns out to be. No. And there's no big retainers. He just simply gives you, unit pricing for what he does. 720-493-3911. David Salisbury is on my referral list at referralist.com for trust, probate, wills, estates, estate planning. 720-493-3911.
This report is brought to you by Panera
There's a crash in the tech center, slowing up the drive. Northbound I-25 approaching Bellevue. The right 2 lanes are blocked due to that crash. Looks like we got traffic backed up all the way past Arapahoe, so just pack your patience on that stretch.
That's awfully nice.
Boy, they love that on the over at the Westwood.
I've done that for a couple of my granddaughter's friends that were in the motorhome factory.
That's so nice.
Girls are...
Yeah.
Tino does it again. Another dead one.
Oh, Lord.
Throughout the rest of today with a chilly high of 26. Right now, light snow, fog in the area, and we're sitting at 18. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30.
The Bugs Bunny Motel out on West Colfax.
Oh, boy.
That's real cheap rates.
I bet they do.
I'm looking at stuff right now. You know what a cheap rate is these days is about
50, 60.
But, I mean, with a kitchen, or are these with, like, little kitchenettes in them, or?
I don't know.
Because that's the smart financial move.
2-star hotel.
It's so cold out, too.
Yeah.
And money and more money.
Oh, my God.
You know, he's got a logics problem, and that's why he's got this position.
I'm a finance
guy.
To me, the choice
And I also know people just can't plan ahead.
Yeah.
More at Alliance.me.
Yes, you're exactly right. That's exactly right. They just don't financially.
Yeah.
They don't live day to day. They live hour by hour.
Right.
Unfortunately, the younger people, it's getting worse and worse.
I think you're right. Some of them.
Yes. They're talking about these kids in gangs that are, worried about being killed or whatever. They say
Oh.
they don't think for the next day.
Oh. That's sad.
It is sad. The guy that was here yesterday, that guy that became an MMA fighter, we were talking about how important the word is.
Yeah.
He said that's what saved him in prison. He said you don't have anything. Everything's been taken away from you.
Yeah.
The most valuable thing you have in prison is your word. And that
Do
will,
what you say.
your word. And it's, and to also, I mean, I counsel people all the time. You've got to be the most responsible one in the room.
Right.
And you've got to keep your word.
Yep.
If you'll do those two things, you'll be successful.
I think that's true.
Customization of your favorite
It's awful hard. I can't believe on that thing with the guy who went in the coma, that everybody I talked to did the right thing.
I know. How
It took
unusual
6
is
people.
that?
Well, I didn't think it was going to work because it was going to require 6 people all doing the right thing.
Wow.
Any one of which didn't, that fell out of line and it wasn't going to work. Maybe it's Christmas.
Yeah, that could be. That
This
could
guy,
be.
Gail doesn't even know what he wants. I mean, for him just to
Well,
say
right.
he wanted that money to pay the hotel back, he was already kicked out. Really logically, he is.
You're not thinking in the future again.
Well, not even the future, not even that. Was he going to use? He already got booted out of the hotel.
Like
so
Tom
he's going to
said,
go back and give him $900 and then
throw his money after that.
Walk the streets.
Hey. Where can you get to
That
place?
word, I will not, is a shan't, that English old.
I shan't do it.
Yeah. S-H-A-N-T.
Shan, I shan't, So what is this now? Gil's gonna stay with, Deputy Clint?
What?
Gil's gonna stay with Deputy Clint.
I got a motorhome, but it's...
Hi, Tom
Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, we're going to do some crowd sourcing here and ask people what we should do. We're thinking Gil's a good guy here. He lost his wife and basically lost his way. I mean, he was taking care of his wife with a long illness. She died. He's alone, and he has no money. He has survivor's benefits, though, almost $2,000 a month, but he runs short. And Mark said part of that is not good decision making, and I'm hoping he will help him make better decisions, because that $2,000 would have gone a lot farther if he didn't stay at the Marriott. So I really believe
you can't even say it with a straight face. It's the damnedest thing.
So Tom, if we gave not loan, if we gave him $500 today, what good would it do a situation? That's what I want to know.
No, that's true.
Well, get a roof over his head.
But what we need to do is figure out a longer-term solution. We can help him with a phone. We'll get him a phone, okay, and some minutes so he can at least have communication so he can take his test. Then we got to get him a place to stay. But where do we get him? Where can we find a place to stay? I'm asking for people to help us help Gil. And then if you want to chip in, fine. We're going to do this as a crowdsourcing thing. And remember, what I do is 100% for the people. If you sent $100 or $50 to help someone, it's going to go to him, and I'm going to make sure it's spent wisely. Also, he does get that survivor benefit, and I'm going to expect him to carry on after that and get his test done, and we'll help him along the way to just get established. Listen, people just have tough times sometimes, and we have to help them. There's just no other way to put it. I know we all have our own crap to deal with. We really do. I know we do. Even though it may appear everyone's got everything together, they don't. So sometimes we just have to come out of ourselves and then help. So if you have any ideas, let us know. Gil needs to stay in touch with us somehow. He doesn't have a phone, but he needs to stay in touch with us somehow. We need to get him a burner phone. Maybe we can send somebody out to meet him at a Walmart or something and pay for that. And then we need to get him a place to stay. But where do we make the most for our money? Does someone have a room they can lease to him? I mean, not forever, but for
a room for rent would be the best. A cheap hotel is like, that has a little kitchenette's like $50 a night.
Yeah, they're expensive. But maybe we have someone with a room to rent, and if you want, we can do a background check on them. We've checked them out otherwise, but I mean, we don't really do a background check. We can. In fact, we will. Let's just do that for sure. So, Gil, give us your information, and then let's figure out if he can call us back after the show. And who's going to go get a burner phone for him? Oh, Clint. Deputy Clint raised his hand. He's a good-hearted man.
Well, let's get that. Let's get the background check.
And we'll pay for that, Clint. We'll pay for that. We just want you to help him get it. Let's first do the background check. Second, Deputy Clint will meet him at a Walmart or somewhere where we can get the phone, because I want him to get this Uber and Lyft thing going.
The last one we background
and he needs
checked.
a debit card. He needs some kind of card for that, right?
The last time we background checked someone we were going to help out like this, she was on the lam. Remember?
Oh, I know. Well, it was Mark. Oh my goodness. Okay, Bryce, what can we help you with, Bryce? Welcome.
Hey, Tom. I think you can help me and a lot of other people. I just got a very nice smart TV. 75 inches.
Wow.
Young's best.
75 inches. Woo.
Yeah. So
size does matter.
Yeah. So I went to Best Buy.
Yeah.
To ask them about cables, because I don't have it. You need an HDMI cable. It doesn't come with one. So would you like to take a guess as to what cable they recommended to me, money-wise?
What?
$180.
Well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. How long is it?
It's 1 meter.
Yeah, well,
it's probably a monster cable.
That's all BS, by the way. Cables are cables are cables
Did
are
you buy
cables
it?
are cables are cables. Now, some are lighter weight, some are heavier weight. You only go by the gauge of wire and how heavyweight. You don't. If it's going to be stable, you're not going to be winding it up and traveling. You can use any HDMI cable.
HDMI is a little different. There's different frequencies and hertz.
But Mark,
he needs HDMI at least 2.0, though.
Oh, no, of course. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about
You mean the actual wire?
The actual wire.
Yeah.
As long as it's not moved and all of that.
No. It's going to be stable. I just,
You need to go from where to where?
You want 4K, 60 hertz, HDMI 2.0. Cheapest one you can find.
Okay.
$12 on Amazon.
But put that down again. 4K.
Yeah.
4K, 60 hertz.
60 hertz, and then you said something else.
That's it.
Okay, 4K, 60 hertz.
Yeah, HDMI 2.0.
Okay.
But if that's what HDMI 2.0 is. It's like $11, man. You might even find them for $7.
You wouldn't believe the story they tell you. It's so convincing about how, well, this one has silver cables.
Oh, they're full of crap.
And I just knew you would know. In fact, their best cable is $500.
That's an amazing thing.
How can they do that with a straight face?
Yeah, and
I don't think they do
anymore, Mark. Monster has disappeared from the scene, but they were the same thing.
You know
why did they disappear?
It's probably like the used car sales. They all high-five in the back.
People got smarter? Is that why it went away?
I don't know. It's just not out there anymore.
Really? Amazing, because there were a lot of suckers. Thank you, Bryce.
I can't believe 180.
James, what's going on with your apartment complex, James?
I was living there for 5 years, and they went through a lot of management companies and owners, and they lost all the paperwork. I moved out, and they're giving me a bill for almost $500.
Okay, but what does that have to do? What does that have to do with paperwork?
But they're charging me for countertops. They're charging me for all.
But what does that have to do with paperwork? I see. That's the part that confused me. You threw that fact in.
I have no proof on my end that the countertops were from 1985 or 1990. You know?
Well, hold on. What difference would that make? Are you saying that? Wait, maybe I'm mistaken, James. When you moved in, was there paperwork outlining the condition of the apartment at the time?
Yeah, because they gave me an apartment. They gave me a list, and I checked stuff off.
Okay, James. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. So you're saying they're attributing damage to you that you didn't do?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So,
did you have a deposit?
Like what kind of damage? Give me an idea about the counters. They say you need all new countertops?
Yes, they're replacing countertops everywhere, even though they were chipped up.
What do you mean? Hold on. First, what do you mean everywhere? Okay. What do you mean everywhere?
Okay. All around the sink area where all the water is.
Okay. Now, James, James, is it Formica?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And you say they're how old?
They look like from 1985 to 1990.
Okay. I'm not asking that. I'm asking how old are they really? Do you know?
No, I do not know.
Okay.
I do not know.
Was that ever stated to you?
No.
Okay.
Never.
They will have to prorate anything they do. Are they charging you full retail for all of it, 100%?
Yes.
Like how much? How much?
They took $900 and some deposit, and they want another $471.
And that, what else is on the list? Let's go down the list. Counters, what else?
The bathtub. The bathtub.
What are they saying about the tub?
The tub, the paint peeled off the bathtub.
Okay,
So
what
they're
else?
charging me
Keep
for-
going. What else?
They're charging me for all the paint in the apartment.
How long did you live there?
5 years.
Okay, paint, what else?
And the carpets, I agreed that I dirtied the carpets.
What else?
No problem there at all.
I think the only thing I see that you would really be responsible for are paint and carpet.
How long ago did you move out?
I just moved out this would be my second month.
Did they
at my
send
new
you a
apartment.
notice saying they're keeping that deposit?
I haven't received it because the post office screwed something up in my mail. I'm
But
not
wait a
checking
minute.
my mail.
Where are you reading this? Where are you reading this from?
The girl called me.
And you wrote it down?
Yes, this is the second phone call I got.
Did they claim they sent it to you by mail?
Yes, they did.
All right, listen, man.
I do believe them. that they
Okay,
sent it to me
here's
by
the bottom
mail.
line. Here's the bottom line. Make them take you to court. You tell them, you know what? I think it's ridiculous. I'll take my chances in court, and then make them prove their case. You know what? Unfortunately, it's going to be your word against theirs. You need someone who's been in your apartment when you first moved in, helped you move or something. Without that, James, I can't help you. Now, you may want to subpoena the records, and if they don't have the records, you can say, Your Honor, I had records. We signed a move-in sheet, and they don't have it. I think that would be construed against them if they lost the paperwork. I would say, I want this. Not subpoena, but you demand it as part of your discovery at small claims court before you go in. And when you're in front of the judge, say, this is unfair. I had all this paperwork, except he's going to probably ask, where's your copy, James? Where is your copy? What are you going to say when he asks that?
I never knew I needed a copy.
Well, come on, James. What do you mean? Do you have a copy of your lease?
No, I did not.
No, okay. So what if they told you? What if they told you that your lease was? What if they said your lease was triple the amount? How would you refute it?
Well, I never thought this stuff would happen. Actually,
I know you do.
I thought corporations.
And why am I listening? And why am I doing this? To give you a hard time? No.
To try to make them cry.
I want everyone to know, that you get copies of everything you sign, and you keep them. You keep them.
From the Fox Business Network, on Wall Street, stocks are higher and after.
That's ridiculous.
This is almost all normal wear and tear stuff. You can't.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Well, I don't know. We
still
haven't
think
seen
we
the
should go to
countertop.
court.
Yeah, well, I know, but that's what, like paint at 5 years. That's.
No, you shouldn't have to pay for paint after 5 years. I don't think.
Taft says from the background check, he's never been good with money, but hasn't had anything on his record since 2000.
What does it mean, never been good with money? Now, does he have judgments against him or stuff? I need to know that. Never been good with money could mean he cheated people.
Or he robbed the bank.
Well,
he got caught.
Dad might have a diplomatic way of
So
putting it.
I only have him on hold because he's right down the road, and
What do you mean he's right down the road?
he's down by the post office.
Yeah, we just asked him where he was, and he was.
He's at the library, the South Point Library, which is Arapahoe University. But so what I need
That's
to
what I was
know
thinking, was Union Station.
is how are we coordinating Clint to get with Gil?
I'll pick him up.
You're going to pick him up at the
Pick him up and
library.
take him to Walmart or whatever you want.
All right, Clint, it was
Okay,
nice
now,
knowing you.
Clint, can you buy the phone and we reimburse you with the check, or do you need money ahead of it?
Listen.
You sure?
We got a lot of money? Let's get it.
Now, wait a minute. This guy stays at the Marriott.
Okay.
How about $100?
Better be an iPhone 8.
Are you going to pick him up after the show?
He wants the apps.
He's
Let me get a smart $100 or less with it.
No, they're like $29.
I know, but $100 with
You
time.
need minutes, right?
I want to buy.
It's not going to be a lot.
You just give him a free. You buy him a month.
Yeah, okay, whatever it is.
Oh, no, just how much is a month?
I'll look at Walmart right now. I'll tell you exactly what they're. You want to get the Walmart one.
Walmart brand?
Yeah, it's called Straight Talk. And let me tell you one thing.
Yeah, you'll see what he's carrying. Is he carrying a suitcase, a shopping cart?
Okay, so Straight Talk Unlimited is $45
For a month?
for a month.
Wow. Light snow, fog in the area.
Good to know.
And then they've got a phone. You'll find phones for $39.
630 K-How.
I mean, the whole bit. Real. Actually, let's get the guy an iPhone X.
Yes.
Clint, he's going to look for your vehicle. What do you drive?
Little silver Chevy Tracker.
If you're thinking about new windows for your home, there are 3 things you should look for.
Oh, here's one. 2 gig of data, unlimited, $35. Just get Straight Talk. Get the cheapest 1 month you can get them. And then the phones, you want a little Android phone, they're like $39. Just ask the kid in the department, hey, what's the best $29 or $39 phone?
And limit them to the 4 seasons. You can't get anything better than 4
Yeah, and
seasons.
there's a Four Seasons right down the road. I said Embassy Suites, but you're right. What are we doing here?
Right.
You know, I've known people that do that.
I totally agree with you. I know, but there is people that just, they go, yeah, you're right.
When I was
should have bought that.
When I was building hangars, I didn't get a check for 7 years. We're working off my wife's nurse salary. And I'm paying out checks more than $1,000 a week to these guys. And on Monday morning, they're begging for money for gas and lunch.
Let me tell you, when I was in the service, there was people borrowing money, $20, and they pay somebody back $40 for 2 weeks. 100% interest.
You did that for 2
I did.
You were such a shark.
No, I didn't do it. So, for one thing, I think I did one time, then you got to track the guy down.
I couldn't get
And
these
it's
guys
been-
to buy.
they don't-
That's why it's doubles, because you generally never get your money.
You're right. You're probably right.
I couldn't get these guys.
It's probably a pretty high risk scenario.
And so I was renting at $20 a week.
What was it?
And they paid it. Do you know how you can target your audience?
Yeah.
Some companies are doing that for rentals or for different things, apartment complexes and things, and they're discriminating.
What do you mean? How are they discriminating?
White, certain
they're
ages,
sent in certain areas?
Certain ages.
Say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay. Tom, you have some ideas for Gil, the guy we're trying to help. Go ahead, Tom.
First thing is you're my morning show I listen to when I get up. Is it Thursday or Friday?
It is Thursday.
Awesome. Okay, so what I was thinking is you guys run the background check, you square all that away.
Right.
And I'm going to handle some things here at my place, and I'm pretty sure I could probably totally help this guy out in one fell swoop.
How do you want to do it? Seriously.
I got to clean I have room for a roommate. I used to have a roommate. I don't have a roommate anymore.
We can chip in for him to help him for a few days, then he'll give you money when he gets his check.
Exactly. The thing that caught my ear is my landlord is on vacation, and you guys said, how far will $500 go? And I was like, I'm about to tell my landlord I'm $500 behind on rent. But I'm not. I'm not a slump, though. I've just had my own hard.
How much? Okay, no, listen, Tom, I'm really happy you called. You sound like you really do want to help. We'll do the background check. We're going to get him a burner phone. What would you charge to get him in for just a good month to get him on his feet?
As long as we can stay together in a tolerable sense.
Right. Yeah, you would have full control.
He could literally stay here for $600 a month, easy.
Okay.
And he's bringing in $2,000, so that's good.
Now,
this makes sense.
Now, here's the deal, Tom. We'll try it, and we'll make sure Gil, first of all, knows you're in full control.
Well, hold on. Do you have room service?
No, I'm actually the guy that called a long time
I know.
ago.
We recognize you. You've called with a lot of stuff.
Well, I was looking. Well, that's because I want to join the Troubleshooter network
Good.
and start my business.
Good.
But yeah, I was looking for a wood chipper for my landlord, and that's why I think they're the type of people that could probably go along with me on.
But here's the other thing, Tom. Even if we can do it just for a few days, but to be fair though, I don't think. And now you can trust us to pick up the first month. But here's the deal. I want to make sure we have our charity account all in order and stuff. But I think we do. Here's the deal. I don't want to end up paying you money and then having you kick him out because you don't get along. So here's the deal. I don't mind paying if you would trust us. I just want to make sure it works. And then when you say, Tom, this is cool, I mean, we'll pay you for whatever nights he stays there for sure. If it's a week, if it's 2 weeks, if 3 weeks, you just have to trust us. And if you, after a few days, you know it's going to work, we'll pay you in full. I just want to make sure, because even though, Tom, you've been calling, I don't really know you, I don't know Gil, I just want to make sure everything works, because, you know, what would stop you from getting the $600 and saying, go fly a kite? So I just want to be sure of that. Okay. It looks like we're making some progress. Have you heard this show, people? Is this the first time you're listening? We help people in all kinds of situations. Now, we're mainly set up for consumer problems, questions, and complaints, but we've helped drug addicts. We've helped people who are struggling in marriages. We've helped people who are homeless or like Gil. We've helped people, you know, we helped get a liver for someone who needed a liver transplant. We love what we do. Just tell people about the show. There is no stopping us. No stopping us. The more people that know.
We got a guy money back on a tiny house. How many people can say that?
Right. Do you have any follow-ups, Clint? Any other follow-ups in your? Do you have it, Dan? Do we have anything to talk about? Okay. Let's talk to Heather. Keep the calls coming. 303-713-TALK. Make sure we get all Tom's information. Suzanne, he's online too. I don't want him to hang up. Gil, why don't you, Clint, why don't you talk to Tom since you're going to be shuttling him over, okay? Tom, hang in there, bro. We're going to get right to you. Heather's turn. Heather, what's going on, Heather?
Yes, sir. So we moved into a house, bought a house, signed on it the week of Thanksgiving.
That's when you closed?
Yes. We closed that Monday on the house. We supposedly went through everything that we were supposed to go through for buying the house.
Like, what is that? Wait, what does that mean? You just said we went through everything you have to go through when buying a house. What does that mean?
Well, it was a huge deal. I never thought it would be as much of...
Okay.
You mean getting a loan?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I get you. Go ahead. Then what?
So we move in. We're here a couple days, and...
When did you move in?
We moved in the week of Thanksgiving, so we actually never finished until 2 a.m. Friday morning moving in.
Did you have your Thanksgiving there?
We didn't have Thanksgiving at all, sir.
But you moved in the Monday before Thanksgiving?
No, the Monday of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we moved...
I don't know what that means, but okay. The Monday of Thanksgiving, what does that mean?
Must be the Monday before Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Was it the Monday before or the Monday after?
No, it was the Monday before. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so let's talk now.
Okay.
You say you're having problems. So what are the problems? Let's get right to that.
Well, our house flooded. We thought that we needed it snaked.
How did it flood? Was it sewage?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And was it in your basement?
No, we have a crawl space, and actually it had flooded down there as well, but it actually had flooded inside of the house.
Well, how did it get from the crawl? How does it get from a crawl space to the house?
There's pipes down there that are basically not to anything. They were old pipes, and when they redid all the stuff in the house, they kind of just covered up some boo-boos. And
what does that mean? Did the pipes break?
No, our pipes did not break.
Then that doesn't matter. I need to know why the sewage backed up.
Because the person that remodeled the house did not know what he was doing, and
why would that cause sewage? Why would that cause sewage to back up?
None of the pipes are vented correctly. They were not.
All right. Let's say you're right. Let's say they had it remodeled. How long ago was it?
I guess before we bought the house is when the guy was doing the remodeling.
Do you mean did he remodel it to sell it?
Yes.
Okay. They're not responsible to you for this damage unless, and you better listen carefully because this is the only thing that counts, unless he lied to you, cheated you, defrauded you, or ripped you off. And before you say he did, because everyone says that, I need to tell you what that means. It means that he absolutely knew there was a problem and this would happen again, or it happened before, either one. And he hid it. He did not disclose anything. And if that's the case, you can get an attorney and you can sue for damages and for repairs. if that's the case. So, what do you think about that buyer? You think that seller? You hold on, and we'll talk to you about that, okay?
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic.
What was his background check?
So, nothing since 2001, most of it car stuff, but he did have like a collection agency after him like in 94. That's why I said, you know, a car.
He's clean.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job,
Dad. 18 in Denver with your
Bank robbery, murder.
630 K-House.
What is Tom's?
Remember the tow truck driver? Holy shit, did that guy have a rap sheet?
What's Tom's cell phone number?
3, I can't say we're on air.
Oh.
What are you trying to do?
Maybe sketch it down. Doing his Christmas present from last year.
Are you a home?
Write it down. I know it's like
We're on camera.
nobody can read that on camera. Write it down.
These are high def.
What do you mean?
We're looking at Gigi.
American financing
saves you money.
We all know home values are higher than they
There you go.
Some people's homes are worth 40% more than when you bought them.
Say hi, Gigi.
This is huge because when your equity goes up, mortgage insurance can go away, putting extra money in your pocket each and every month.
So this guy calls us, says there's 2 different homeless hotels for $110 a week. One at 14th in Colfax, one at 13th in Pennsylvania, $110 a week, and I mean, maybe we got $100. Yeah, Robert Bramwell just emailed saying he was sending a check. I would assume that was after hearing about Gil, and then we got $100 donation from
Hopefully it
Jan.
works out with that guy with the room for rent.
Oh, here. That would be great. But do we maybe want to put him up on in a hotel, Mark? Or no?
No, if this guy works out.
This guy has to clean the place out. I'm taking Gil there 11.
Oh, he has a place to stay there. Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Not tonight.
Oh, not tonight.
No, he's not home right now.
Okay.
Go home, clean it out.
Well, let's get him a cheap room tonight. There's $50 rooms even
And
in
while
this
my
area.
homeless lady's sleeping in the cold. Yeah, she's
wanted by the cops.
Oh, is that why?
So if we get...
Okay, now you're saying she's not wanted by the cops.
We need to background check her again and see if it, she got
And I'll go there, pick him up tomorrow, and take him over to Tom's.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And then she didn't show
So
up.
that's the reason she's outside tomorrow.
When you, after you get
It's horrible. It's so cold.
Whatever.
Okay, we have
No,
some
what?
that look.
I'm not the Grinch.
I know.
And that guy for
I tried that.
She's not telling.
I know, there's more.
I wanted to give that lady a car.
Pretty sure it's...
A car.
are they?
I have
And
them.
everything that could go wrong went wrong because she...
Where?
They were in your office. That's okay. We're going to tape one to you.
That would be good.
So cool.
I want to make an implant.
Put it on your badge.
What's the hearing aid?
Where's
Yeah,
that?
do that. One on your keys.
Perfect.
And wherever else you want the others. But, you know,
Love
in your
that.
wallet. We gave you some for Christmas.
You'll never
last year.
lose anything
And I was
again.
He lost the tiles. That
Oh,
was
and then he
supposed to.
I was looking for the nonprofit stuff to see if we still had paperwork on that, and I found it in a drawer, and I went, oh well.
There we go.
You should have just
I found
re-gifted it.
I could have rewrapped it, but I thought even better than that, I will go ahead and set it up, and I guess now they're set up.
That's perfect.
Hopefully we can
We
track
should
them.
take one.
And you have an app.
But it's been a
There's
year and the batteries are
an
dead.
app.
We can watch it fly around. Where's Tom?
There he is. He's coming in. Coming in for landing.
Commercial.
God, that'd be great. You know, that's not far away where they're putting chips in people just like dogs, man. Except there'll be little GPSs.
They do got GPS collars for dogs.
It'd be great for kids, though, honestly. Little kids. Oh, where are you, kid?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, Wink and Wink are with us. winkandwink.com. Bankruptcy attorneys, 303-410-1720. 303-410-1720.
No one wants to think about us until after the holidays.
I was going to ask you, when does it get busy?
Yeah, February, March. Yeah.
Is it
and
from the holidays,
spring.
unfortunately, is it?
I think some of it is that people, once you get to this point in the year, if there's not something pressing, like a wage garnishment or something like that.
She just made me think of a great question.
What is that?
So if someone wants to file Chapter 7, and, they qualify, but yet they have a refund coming.
Yeah.
That's why it gets busy in the spring, because they pay us out of their refund a lot
Now,
of times.
hold on. Heather, we got to get to you because... Now, Heather, on this sewage thing...
Yes, sir.
Did they know about it, do you think?
We do think that they knew about it. There's no way possible. There's a huge sewage smell as soon as you walk into the house.
Okay.
Using it.
So, why'd you buy it? So why'd you buy it with that smell?
Because it was not like that when we looked at the house. We actually came here.
Okay, you're saying we don't know if they knew it. If you got to check with sewer services to see if they were ever out to that house or anything like that. Heather, you're going to have a fight. It's not automatic.
On the real estate contract too, there's a disclosure. It'll ask about certain things.
You got to look at the disclosure to see if they first of all misstated anything there, and then you have to literally do some homework and see, or sue them for damages. And if it's under $7,500, do it in small claims court. If it's not, you're going to have a big battle with an attorney, because non-disclosure cases are big deals. But other than that, you really don't have anything to really hang your hat on. Yes, what? Deputy, quick.
Hey, Heather, real quick, did you go around the house and put water down all the floor drains and everything?
Okay, so I didn't want to get into this, but Heather, we'll talk to you off the air. Seriously, I thought you had a suggestion for her to...
he was a plumber.
No. I thought you had a suggestion on collecting money. Because what I want to do now is try to get people who have been waiting. And why did you ask that? You want her to put water down? Does that help?
A sewer smell.
Oh, to get rid of the sewer smell. He's saying to fill up the drains in the P-traps. You pour water in the drains, and what'll happen is it'll get rid of that smell from coming back through the drain. That's a really good suggestion. Les, what do you need to deal with?
Furnace and air conditioning unit.
Central air?
Yes.
I think you're going to be shocked. Mark, he wants us to make a deal for him. I think you're going to be shocked if you need air conditioning on how cheap it's going to be.
Oh, it's going to blow you away.
What is you have to have do you have a definite contract?
Yes.
How much?
71.
7,100. Does that come with a furnace?
Yes.
A furnace and AC for 7,100?
Send me the paperwork, man.
Now, is this fully installed, permits and everything?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
just
hold on.
Send it over.
Get Les's information, and you're going to send it to us. Suzanne, tell him how to get us the information, all right? Cool. Royal, what's happening with you, Royal?
You won't believe this. I had malware on my laptop.
Okay.
So I thought I had Norton, and I called up Norton, and I called up Lenovo, because that's who I bought the thing from, and said, well, tell me.
But what about it? Because I don't want to run out of time, Royal. How do we help you, bro?
I got one of these companies. They sent me to a company. I spent an hour and a half on the phone with them, and they wanted about $500 from me.
You didn't do it, did you? You didn't do it.
No, that's why I called you. I remember.
Okay, good.
But now, do you have anybody that can do that?
Mark, we still need to find really good computer repair people.
Yeah, I know. I so miss Logan or John Hogan.
You know?
Oh, guess what?
What?
He's going to be in next week.
Cool. Hold on. We need to figure out somebody. We don't have anybody right now, but please give us recommendations. Mark will talk to you tomorrow. Suzanne, let's mark this Royal down for tomorrow. And Mark, let's ferret someone out for him to help him with malware. And we'll ask some of our sources in the computer industry. We're simply out of time. Winkandwink.com. When they're not here, they're at 303-410-1720. 303-410-1720. I'm Tom Martino. Remember, save all your problems for me, and referralist.com is for you. We didn't have time for that. That's fine.
I think we got that. I think we got that guy handled. Let me just give you. Clint, I think you got it handled.
When you talk to people and you have something in mind, here's what you do, and you'll notice I do this. Hey, so-and-so, by the way, if you have not done this, you need to do it. Put water down your drains, it'll fill up the P-traps, and then that'll stop the smell. Because if you otherwise you say, hey, have you put water down the drains? What drain? What are you talking about? I mean, it just goes on and on because people, I swear to God, she said she has ask people questions about him.
No, it was back, but remember too, it was backed up. She said
back up.
sewage backed up in the crawl space.
And it went into the house.
Oh, well, that's, yeah, a lot of times.
Merry Christmas,
Oh,
everybody.
do you
Have a wonderful holiday. I know, and I have to go get Mike's mom at DIA at 7 tonight. From Superior.
From Superior.
Yeah, that's where we live. Yeah.
I got a really good
That's a
suggestion.
height.
2 days now, it's been
Really good suggestion.
Yeah.
Friends of mine